Wait a second. Right? All right. There we go. It's Wednesday and it's New Year's Eve. You know what that means? AEW is about to be live at the top of the hour once again with the final episode of Dynamite for 2025 as we are about to ring in the new year with the era of Maxwell Jacob Freeman officially about to begin and so much more action. Of course, the Countdown Class has concluded and this is the fallout from AEW. World's End. Welcome to our watch long of AEW Dynamite New Year's Smash. Hello, everybody, and welcome back here once again to the Super Reliable Studios. You know what this is, for I am the Simple Man of the Simple Brand, the voice of the for great for all things professional wrestling. Damn it. My name is Noel Foster. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, comment, and tell a friend. And again, if you want to dictate the conversation, super chat or PayPal of passions. It is truly as simple as that. Again, we got a stacked card tonight here for AEW Dynamite New Year's Smash. Of course, this is the fallout, as I talked about earlier, from AEW World's End. As Bandito, the next challenger for the AEW Men's World Championship, go one-on-one with the Beast Mortos. We have New Year's Eve, Tornadoes Trios Warfare, as Thomas Torrey, Storm of the Conglomerations, Orange Cassidy, Roderick Strong take on the Death Riders, Maria Shafir, Dan Garcia, and Claudio Castagnoli. John Moss, the brand new AEW Continental Champion, will now defend the right from Josh Alexander facing him in an eliminator match in a first ever one-on-one encounter tonight. As, of course, Ricochet will defend the AEW National Championship against Jungle Jack Perry. And, of course, tonight, Mercedes Moné looks to kick Little Nightingale's eep as she defends the TBS Championship, the CEO against Willow. And, of course, we also will hear from the brand new AEW Men's World Champion tonight in Maxwell Jacob Freeman, who pinned Samoa Joe, who ended his world 2 years ago, for his new world to begin. That, I'm sure, so much more tonight ahead on AEW Dynamite. As always, AEW Dynamite has been such a thrill this year. Incredible moments, matches, returns, rising stars, breakouts, and newcomers from Thekla to Megan Bayne to Kyle Fletcher to, of course, the creation of the AEW Women's World Tag Team Champions in the Women's Tag Team Division with, of course, High End Maya World going all elite. Tonight is sure to be another fun ride as we get closer to bidding farewell to 2025, and we're happy to have you all along for the entire time, whether during this time right now or during the year-end shenanigans later, where we count down to the ball drop each hour, starting at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, being once again that reliable outlook on a positive start to 2026. Speaking of reliable, I am never alone, as of course, Bazinga, Big Bang Theory, is about to go off my screen, as Mr. Reliable Walter Cruz will also be joining me, whether on screen or commentary, Avatar Man. Either way, it's fine by me. Walter, we made it the final day of 2025 and the final AEW Dynamite of this year as well. How are you feeling right now, my friend? This is going to be so much damn fun. Are you ready for AEW Dynamite? And right now, he's getting himself together.
Yep, I say it's about to begin. Can you hear me well?
Yeah, yep, and I'm on a sling, by the way. As of course, we go into the arena from Omaha, Nebraska. Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Okay, now I can't.
Can you hear me?
Okay, now I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes. How did you know I was cooking?
Because you told me in the chat.
Yes.
You about to say. Again, from Liberty First Credit Union Arena, Omaha, Nebraska, packed crowd to end the year 2025. For this is the place where professional wrestlers work and the best in wrestling come to our eyes. This is AEW Dynamite. And again, as I talked about before, they're running down the card, of course, Excalibur, Antonio Schiavone, Brian Daniels, and Najee McGinnis, of course. So much tonight, and this is going to be a fun surprise. Bandito going one-on-one again with the Beast Mortos, ahead of facing MJF, as we now know, at Maximum Carnage next month in January. And will we see the CEO's world crumble tonight?
Are you serious?
As the GOAT against Willow Nightingale. Damn right I'm serious. Why wouldn't I be?
I didn't know Bandito was fighting him again. That's the fucking match of the year for me, man.
I'm about to say, how many matches of the year candidates do you have? And of course, Ricochet goes one-on-one with Jungle Jack Perry. And we also, of course, have the Death Riders and Conglomeration mix it up in mixed team warfare in a Tornadoes Trios match tonight. This is going to be fun. You're sounding a little bit robotic and broken up there, bruv. And of course, John Moss will defend the right for Josh Alexander, challenging for his AEW Continental Champion tonight in the first time ever one-on-one match. The Walking Weapon takes on the Death Rider. As of course, we want to thank you all again that tune into our coverage of AEW World's End this past Saturday night. Another unbelievable night for professional wrestling and for AEW. Of course, we saw Konosuke get a catch because Kazuchika Okada kicked things off when Okada realized that Konosuke could not be brought down by the Rainmaker. Desperate measures to screwdriver the Alpha as Kyle Fletcher took on John Moxley for the first time ever and was looking for that same tool towards victory, but fell to the Death Rider via the rear naked Bulldog choke. And of course, FTR defeated the Bang Bang Gang in a street fight. Willow Nightingale pinned Mercedes and to retain the AEW Women's World Tag Team Championships. Gabe Kidd lost to Darby Allin and can stand it. A viral moment with Orange Cassidy and, of course, Thomas Toy Storm. Chris Statlander hit harder than Jamie Hayter to retain the AEW Women's World Championship. And Kazuchika Okada could not break the will or the body of the Death Rider when it comes to what the Kondo class is all about. As MJF regained his world, outlasting Samoa Joe, Hangman Page, and Swerve Strickland, pinning the man that ended his world 2 years ago at that very event.
Cutting onions is not a joke.
About to say, it's all good, and you're still a little bit robotic, bro, but that's all right.
I don't know why. The funny thing is, I'm not in my office, but I'm closer to the internet than normal. I'm like right next to the router.
Fair enough, but you sound a little bit better now. And there you see the brand new AEW Men's World Champion, Maxwell Jacob Friedman. And I can only imagine how long before we see that belt once again endorsed in Triple B Burberry.
He is better than you, and you know it.
And he proved it once again, outlasting Samoa Joe, Hangman Page, and Swerve Strickland.
Mm-hmm.
And now can call himself two-time AEW Men's World Champion.
But what I was saying was, I'm literally cutting onions, so if I cry, it's not a joke.
Fair enough. Let's welcome in our brand new AEW Men's World Champion tonight and kick off Dynamite.
Do-do-doom, do-do-doom, do-do-doom. I loaded everything in for you, so you should have access to everything.
I already got everything as well, but thank you, my friend.
Yeah.
The 9th and 16th now AEW Men's World Champion, the once-in-a-generation talent, putting his name up there with the all-time greats under the age of 30 to accomplish this history, Maxwell Jacob Friedman, MJF. And look what's in the ring. Gee, I wonder what's underneath that red tarp. Cut my music, cut my music. As MJF will join, a list of only 9 men to be world champion twice for 30. Luke Frez, Ricochet, Shinsuke Nakamura, Kazuchika Okada, Yokozuna, The Rock, Brock Lesnar, Randy Orton, and John Cena. You knew that Triple B was not going to be too far away, ladies and gentlemen.
Listen to the crowd. I swear he was a heel. Is he not a heel? You hear how this crowd is reacting?
At the end of the day, bruv, heels and faces don't matter. Respect does. As MJF's the world champion versus the main player, versus the most dangerous player, versus the guy that previously held the spot. About to say. Just big me, and whoop, there it goes. And ladies and gentlemen, MJF's brand new. Wait for it. Wait for it.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Way better? All right. I switched to my cell phone until I'm done cooking.
Yeah.
He just hit the... Yeah, there it is.
The Burberry strap is back.
He just hit everybody with the Kendrick Lamar line. He said the big 3 is now big me. That's Kendrick Lamar.
Oy. I might have some of the champion right now.
Holy shit. Almost lost a finger behind some vegetables.
Focus on your food, bro. I can handle this on my own. You need to focus on taking care of your food and yourself, all right? Seriously.
I got this. I am not If I'm not multitasker, I'm not anything.
Well, yeah, but there's also such a thing as too much multitasking.
Man, I kind of like the setup I got because I'm at the big ass screen TV. I'm usually not doing that.
Mm-hmm.
But AEW deserves it, damn it.
Either step up
I just got him saying step up. I'm like
or
slightly
get stepped
behind. And
on.
I'm on Slim TV too.
All right. You know what John Moxley once said? Keep up.
He said step up or step on. Is that what he said?
Correct. Oof.
Damn, he just called them donkeys, Noah.
And nobody catch him until he reached the finish line as it goes down as the greatest of all time. A wordsmith in his own right.
Bandito, interrupt him.
It's
Interrupt him,
Maxwell
Bandito.
Jacob Friedman, and I'm better than you, and you know it. And no lies detected there.
Don't say the F word this time, MJF.
Now tell you this for wait a minute. Oh my God, Kenny Omega.
Unfinished business, Noah.
But here's the thing.
Noah, we thought the unfinished business meant something in Japan. He's got unfinished business with MJF too.
True that. Let's finish what let's see what Kevin's got to say here. Hate that feeling.
I hate that feeling.
Right.
I hate that feeling like I'm leaving a stone unturned. I hate that feeling of asking myself,
If.
Hey, he's a former champion.
Oh. The longest reigning AEW Women's Champion. Whoa. What if you and I, men's ring, what happened then? See, I don't know.
Woo!
See. It would be MJ versus the Best Belt Machine.
And this certainly isn't about
This is about MJF versus the Belt Collector.
Yo, give me that. Give me that match.
Let's hear Kenny Omega finish. Good shot. Next week. Where they got to scrape and claw my way to the final line to prove that I am worthy of being a challenge. You're going to be seeing a lot more of me. So until next time, MJF. Everybody vying for that championship belt. How much space I do? Goodbye. Mwah. And good night. Bang. Whoa! Kenny
No, that's the
Omega putting
unfinished
the
business
champ
we
on
were talking
notice.
about.
I guess Kenny Omega wants to see if he has one last shot.
Bro, oh my God. A former champion trying to add his name to that list of two more than one-time champ.
Oh, and I don't think that's the only person that wants a piece of MJF.
You know who's going to have something to say about that, though? Bandito. Because he's got a guaranteed shot. How's somebody just going to up and jump his shot? You know what I mean?
It's not about up and jumping his shot. It's about calling his shot, though. That's the thing. And Heyman Page might be looking to call his shot. The main player, the other day one character, has just arrived on the scene. And so that's where Strickland, as the champ, might be surrounded. Whose house is it?
That's the thing, Noah. When you become the champ, you become the bullseye.
Jargo put it best last night in the No DQ review. There is over a dozen of people worthy of trying to take on Maxwell Jacob Friedman and trying to take history away from him. And right now, we just got three of the biggest names, arguably three biggest names in AEW, all eyeing down the champion.
Unfortunately, though, technically, he beat them already. So why would they get a shot?
Heyman Page is not the same man he was. Swerve Strickland is more dangerous than he ever was. And Kenny Omega, more humble than ever, talking about it's not about facing the best bout machine, or the belt collector. At the end of the day, you said it yourself, Walter, when you are the champion, you are the target. And there's no bigger target in AEW right now than Maxwell Jacob Freeman. Now, security right now is trying to restrain him and Page and Swerve Strickland, who got to feel they probably were screwed.
But what I mean is, technically, yes, it was a four-way match, but he's already beat Swerve. He's already beat Hangman. He's already beat Joe. Kenny might have a good, merit to get a title shot, but he beat them already. They should be at the back of the line.
Yep, and you're saying your same thing. You're both losers. You both pick up some wins.
Can you blame them?
Get yourself a match. I'm glad to beat both of you guys again, just like I did at World's End. This guy right here is a more confident champion than ever.
But,
now, bye-bye.
Stop him when he's telling lies, though, Noah.
Well, I'm about to say, emotions at a boiling point tonight as MJF is getting the hell out of there as Swerve and Heyman might be looking to kill him. As once again, we live in a world ruled by Maxwell Jacob Freeman.
And don't forget, I mentioned it already, Noah. Bandito still got his guaranteed shot.
Well, we'll see if Samoa Joe follows up. Ironically enough, that's one person that didn't show up tonight as security is being decked by him and Page and Swerve Strickland. I said before how this could be the most lethal duo in AEW history if they're on the same page.
I think Bandito could care less who's the champ because he still gets his shot, right?
I don't know, but right now we might need more security here. We might need the police department.
You might need the boys in the back.
House. Over the back and buckshot lariat. Oh, the house call.
We might need the boys in the back. That's all that's going to stop them. No security, no refs are going to stop these people.
Well, let's see what these two have to say on the final Diamond 2025.
You got to wonder how Samoa Joe feels, too. He didn't come out here.
Heyman training to strangle the champion with his belt before he takes away from him.
His ugly belt.
Swerve's right now saying he's only shown him a piece of what he's capable of. The hunt is on. May the worst man win. Who's the most dangerous game in this game right now? MJF or Heyman or Swerve? Oh, you did say Samoa Joe's name.
Say his name, and he appears on the Titantron.
Am I used to see me? Joe, trying to live a reality. You only man. That's the number one contender. It's Samoa Joe, the rightful and wrong champion. The man who's been robbed. Hey, you pointed it out.
Hey, Noah.
What's up?
Who did MJF pin to become champion?
Oh, that'd be Samoa Joe.
So, how was he robbed?
Why don't you tell that Samoa Joe's face and see if he doesn't kill you to death?
No, thank you. I don't have a death wish.
Okay, then I suggest you retract your question. God, look at the intensity in Joe's eyes. On sight. Oh, shit. Because Parasite is going to come hunting for Swerve Strickland. Do this all next week. Doesn't want to spend this broken ass busted cow town.
So he wants to do this the first Dynamite of the year?
Sounds like it. Him and Ad's gonna set a hook. Dave's been in a situation. No holds barred, no disqualification.
Oh my God! Lights out tonight or next week?
The Lights Out Challenge thrown out next week on Dynamite to the odds by him and Page and Swerve Strickland.
You want to call it?
Yes.
Wait, were we calling it already?
I don't freaking know, but I don't know. I'm sure as hell going to. Heyman and Swerve versus Samoa Joe. Ops, Heyman and Page, and Swerve taking on Powerhouse, Hobbs, and Hook in a lights out match.
I don't think it was in the docket, but we might as well add it, Noah.
You know what? I think MJF just made AEW more dangerous than ever, and he's the prime target. Wow.
All right, JJ, if you're watching, Noah and I are going to call that, or we want to.
Again, so still so much more to come tonight. Fireworks galore ablaze here with these ruthless men with vendetta against MJF. Still to come, though, John Moxley versus Josh Alexander. Ricochet defends the AEW Championship against Jungle Jack Perry. And Mercedes defends the TBS Championship against Willow Nightingale. As Samoa Joe, Swerve and Heyman, and Kenny Omega have all put their names out there towards MJF and his new Triple B, the AEW Men's World Championship.
Okay, Noah, in your opinion, who deserves it more?
Well, right now, I got to go with Samoa Joe because contractual obligated rematch clauses still have to be a thing, but MJF said it best. Get some wins, talk to Tony Khan. Speaking of wins, here was the victorious conglomeration last night with Renee Paquette. Let's go word of the day.
The next best belt, designing belt after MJF now.
I do agree about that, but let's see from Mont Briscoe. I'm never going to TV that as well.
I love when you do his accent.
You know what I'm saying? I love Mont Briscoe, man. I love this guy.
What's the word of the day, Noah?
It's this nation. Jeff Bradley choking on these nuts tonight. And speaking of nuts,
chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
Hello, Citrus Boy. Hello, Nina.
Okay, I'm jealous of Orange Cassidy now.
This isn't sexual. This is professional.
The white part was cheese.
Watch yourself. God damn it, to figure out Pig Street. Lufa. What the hell? Let me get by that. Why does Mark Briscoe want to bite? Never mind. I don't want any part of this. Renee!
He's eventually got it.
There's a lot of different factors that play here. As Orange Cassidy might be part of the Timeless Love Bomb, so he still might be part of the conglomeration. I don't know what the fuck's happening right now.
Eventually, he's got to join. You know it, Noah.
All right, well, as we finally get in the ring for some in-ring action, bell to bell, let's get ready for some more Mixed Nuts mayhem. Time for this Tornadoes Trios match with first series Orange Cassidy of the conglomeration. Oh, I love AEW so damn much. My favorite promotion. Hello, David Banks. How are you? Roderick Strong saying doesn't want no part of this, though. Oh, my God. I can't breathe. From wherever. When, whatever. Freshly squeezed. Orange Cassidy. And of course, Orange Cassidy, former AEW International Champion. Hello there. Of course, two-time AEW International Champion. Currently held by Rainmaker Kazuchika Okada after he lost his Continental Championship, and the Unified Championship is officially retired.
That was Lee. She was saying hi to you.
I know, and I said hello, Lee. I hope that she's doing well, and Happy New Year's Eve to you. But I'm sure we're going to be talking a lot more about the Paragon, the conglomeration, and whether or not they can coexist, as Roderick Strong says he wants nothing to do with this, but he is still a man with a common foe alongside the conglomeration.
You called it out when we called that match. It said Roderick Strong and the conglomeration. It did not include him.
And we are looking at two former AEW National Champions as we go timeless on this.
Oh my God. I love me some Timeless Tony.
The leading female figure of the AEW and the women's professional wrestling business, Timeless Tony Storm, our four-time AEW Women's World Champion. And her and Orange Cassidy have gotten quite a bit of a unique mix-up as of late in a viral moment.
So if they tangled already, what's next? The waltz?
Look, I'm not trying to see Tony and the Citrus come into TBS anytime soon, Walter. So stop while you're ahead, please. And if Maria Shafir has her way, she might be a problem with this ongoing viral conversation.
So would that be Dancing with the Superstar?
I don't know, but right now we're about to duke it out with the most lethal combatant in the AEW Women's Division. And we talked about before how Marina Shafir has been an invaluable commodity towards the Death Riders, leading Daniel Garcia and Claudio Castagnoli. Claudio Castagnoli, by the way, still CMLL Men's World Champion. And of course, Marina Shafir, Timeless Toni Storm, the bad blood stems all the way back to Blood and Guts. Marina Shafir incapacitated her forever timeless love bomb and lover, Ina Shirakawa, and beating her in a follow-up singles match. A lot of determination here by the Death Riders, who's got to have a whole renewed confidence of carrying the work and working harder than anybody else after John Moxley won the Continental Classic.
Yep.
And Darren G, good to see you as we cover, of course, AEW, my favorite professional wrestling promotion. And you see right now the Death Riders are circling Roderick Strong, Orange Cassidy, and Timeless Toni Storm. Of course, full Snail Trios match, no tags. And in AEW, the women are afraid to kick the men's ass.
Mm-hmm.
Way to kick off the action here with referee Paul Turner, picking things up we left off at World's End. Oh boy, here we go! And we're up to the races, Walter, here.
Yeah. Look out, Ray.
Maria Shafir, Timeless Toni Storm right now, the only two in the ring. Lufez pressed by Timeless Toni Storm, taking down Shafir. Roderick Strong taking down into the barricade by Claudio Castagnoli. And Dale Garcia taking Orange Cassidy to the opposite barricade. That was a very unique backstage segment with Nina and Tony and Lufer and Orange Cassidy and Mark Briscoe. I don't know if I want to see the Timeless Love Bombs part of the conglomeration. This might get way too weirder.
How can Tony get any weirder?
That's a good point. And Claudio Castagnoli grabbing the locks of Timeless Toni Storm, sending her to the outside. Now Roderick Strong.
So, Timeless Love Conglomeration.
Look, Walter, there's not enough space on the graphic for that, I think. Drop kick!
Hey, so would that be AEW's version of a TLC?
That chop. Damn it, Walter, you fucking idiot! Daniel Garcia right now, double team of Roderick Strong. And it is made official next week on Dynamite. Lights out match. Hammerhead Page and Swerve Strickland versus Hook and Powerhouse Hobbs. All hell is about to break loose, and AEW will not be held responsible. That's going to be brutal beyond belief. And right now, Darren's like, oh, caught with a super kick by Orange Cassidy. You know, Orange Cassidy right now trying to capitalize with a front kick, and this crowd is fired up here as he rolls in the corner, mounts Garcia, and the wind up, and one big punch, and the crowd goes wild. Knowing quite well what's happening here. Is he going to put it in? Nelson. Orange Cassidy trying to reach for the pockets, and has the pockets. Orange Cassidy engaged. Shafir seems unfazed. Pushed him off.
Come on, they're stronger than that.
The Schoolboy by Orange Cassidy to cover in a one count. Bucks the light. Oh, man, that kick caught Orange Cassidy. Oh, what a combination. Just cracked Orange Cassidy with that right fist. And a backdrop suplex by Daniel Garcia. Roderick Strong got sent to still ring steps by Claudio Castagnoli. This is tremendous. Again, you hear about Mia Shirakawa, how bad she wants to be involved in this. The Irish whip, and right now the pain train hitting Orange Cassidy in the corner. Uppercuts, forearms, clotheslines by Shafir, Garcia, and Claudio Castagnoli. This strategy was invaluable to the Death Riders, keeping control, of course, at World's End. And Death Riders right now taking down Orange Cassidy with the double boot kick. The action rolls on here on this New Year's Eve on this explosive edition of Dynamite during this Wrestling Quality Picture-in-Picture. Fuck television. This is absolute insanity. Who knew that we needed more Marina Shafir involved in mixed tag team warfare?
I don't know.
And right now,
That's one thing I would not mess with.
Oh, a shot right below the. Oh, I think he hit it right in the V. Thomas Storm might sing a whole nother octave now after that stiff right hand body shot. I think it was a body shot. I wonder if it's not the. Never mind.
Hey, Noah?
Yeah, what's up, bro?
If you hear it get like too loud near me, you could just press mute for me because I don't have access to the mute button.
I got you, bro. Right now, Orange Cassidy, though, being just tossed in like a freaking box of oranges by Claudio Castagnoli.
I'm on Sling TV too, so I got picture-in-picture.
Yep, so we're on the same service. So you know Sling TV is worth something after all. And right now, Claudio Castagnoli, Shafir, and Dale Garcia in control of the conglomeration. Timeless conglomeration, as Walter likes to call it. Jesus. Oh,
you're gonna start loving that now. Watch, you're gonna start liking that.
I don't know if we're gonna start liking that, but I think Claudio did not like Orange Cassidy slop style with the double stop. Not gonna win out of the former AEW national champion. Good grief. And right now, of course, we're on a commercial break, folks. Again, thank you for tuning in. By the way, please subscribe, comment, and tell a friend. I've been doing this for all the biggest shows, pay-per-views, PLEs, and specials across all professional wrestling.
Please, PayPal. Literally today, welcome to fucking New Year's. My refrigerator broke.
Well, man, you know, the freaking hindsight's 2020. You had to had something else happen before the end of the year. Crossface by Claudio Castagnoli. Still the kind of night. Death Rider John Moxley, our reigning defending AEW Continental Champion, will defend the right for Josh Alexander to challenge it in an eliminator match, the first time ever one-on-one matchup. And Ricochet will defend the AEW National Championship against Jungle Jack Perry as Mercedes Moné defends the TBS Championship against Willow Nightingale. And we also have Bandito, who we know is going to be the first challenger at this point for the AEW Men's World Championship. The Triple B held by match with Jacob Freeman. He takes on the Beast Mortals tonight, one-on-one action.
Yep. What a perfect welcome to New Year's type of shit, huh, Noah? It's like your water heater or your boiler you were telling me about.
I'm about to say, again, this is where the wrestlers work. This is where the best wrestle, and this is where you get no days off when it comes to the Death Riders agenda to be the hardest working wrestlers right now in this business after John Moxley the gospel. And right now,
did Marina just kick Orange Cassidy to the side of the head?
That is correct.
Ow!
Before her background in MMA, of course, she is a judokan. Let's not forget that, Walter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Garcia and Clara right now getting the better as we return here to AEW Dynamite tonight into this Tornado Trios match. The Death Riders with the rebound from Nick Stunt's Mayhem at World's End. And a triple stomp right now to Roderick Strong in the corner. Been all Death Riders the entire duration of the commercial break.
I think they're going to do that train thing, Noah.
Wouldn't surprise me. And again, I do wonder how much your firm Roderick Strong get into this type of activity at home. Oh, the knife edge chop. Knife edge chop. They're going to see Roderick Strong, though. And Roderick Strong wants more from Shafir.
That's a real life person.
Yeah, about to say.
Oh, no, I'm telling her she doesn't know.
Oh, wait a minute. Watch Roderick Strong. Look at the backbreaker on his own. I get Maria Shafir and Claudio De Garcia. Judo takeover by Shafir to Strong. I need Roderick Strong versus Maria Shafir one-on-one, please, Tony Khan.
It's like bringing work home. I kick your ass in the ring and.
Whoa! Rowdy right now, of course, relentless. The guy that eliminated Clark Castagnoli for the Continental Classic, Olympic Slam by the Master and the Messiah, the Backbreaker, and Roderick Strong to the outside, slingshot, drop kick. Orange Cassidy, Garcia, Timeless Toy Storm, Scrub against Rita Shafir right now. This match, bring it down here. Again, AEW Dynamite is the talk on the Eds, considering everything that's happening right now and to come. As Timeless Toy Storm and Orange Cassidy do a little bit of a two-step. The budding partnership here, as we're seeing again, Walter, being very effective for these two.
Yeah.
About to say. Claudio Castagnoli comes in, misses, ducks underneath the clothesline, and a double head toss by Thomas Toy Storm and Orange Cassidy and Claudio Castagnoli. What the hell?
These two make a good mixed tag team, huh?
It is kind of crazy how wild of a good tag team they are. PK by Orange Cassidy wiping himself out to the outside, and Thomas Toy Storm. What the hell?
Were they going to send him swinging?
Probably. Remember, Thomas Toy Storm was sent swinging, not by her own measure, by freaking Claudio Castagnoli.
I think Tony Storm does a different kind of swinging, but that's neither here nor there.
Orange Punch and Maria Shafir back in the ring. The header clap. And Mother's Milk! It's cinched in. Roderick Strong, though, coming Orange Cassidy's aid. Shafir. Oh, backbreaker by Roderick Strong.
Ah!
Holy hell. Vision power slam by Claudio to Roderick Strong. Orange Cassidy in the corner with a crossbody. Roll through by Claudio Castagnoli. The power of Claudio. And a stun dominator. Tony Storm might be looking to back it up one last time. Hug it up. Lights, camera, action. To Claudio Castagnoli. And Cassidy. Up and around on Claudio with the implant DDT. This is insanity. The amazing athlete that is freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy gets the elbow pad off. Paul Turner, though, being held back. Oh, wait a minute, Willow Yuta from behind. Orange Cassidy.
Was he this right?
Claudio slits death uppercuts.
Oh my God!
The cover and the Death Rise with the win. Woof.
Well, Death Riders get their win back.
Yeah, they got a hard-fought win back at World's End as well to close out the year's end as Orange Cassidy got decked by that Swiss Death uppercut.
They're riding that momentum that John Moxley had.
Well, again, a leader leads by example, and there's no stronger example right now of the work ethic you got to outdo than John Moxley. An emphatic fuck you by Rena Shafir as the Death Riders get one up tonight on the conglomeration and timeless Tony Storm to end the year. They look back in the ring, and you see, again, you can imagine what's going through Claudio Castagnoli and Rena Shafir's mind. And Roderick Strong, again, who's not part of the conglomeration, as Orange Cassidy got decked, as Mina Shirakawa is right now talking about the loser Orange Cassidy. I mean, I almost do wonder if there's a little bit of a love affair going on here.
Oh, yes. I was looking for my Ethernet cable. I'm going to plug it in my computer and it'll help it.
Little love triangle right now that Mina Shirakawa does not want to be part of any side of unless it's Thomas Tony Storm. But coming up next, Bandito takes on the Beast Mortals in one-on-one action. As we go to full commercial break, fuck television. Woo! See, it's matches like that that make AEW so much more fun than other companies here in the States. That was so fucking epic. All right, well, we got a moment to breathe here again, folks. Hope you stay tuned to us afterwards as we take a short break, but we will usher in the year at the top of each hour across coast to coast with the year-end spectacular shenanigans. So I hope to see you all for that. That will be 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. As, of course, we are running wild and free and crazy tonight on AEW Dynamite, New Year's Smash, bringing all the fireworks.
You want to tune in because some coquitos here, and you want to see a different drunk Walter.
Oh, dear. I don't know if I'm going to have to deal with that, honestly. Kenny Omega
Just kidding. I'm not a drinker like that. I'm going to have a little bit, but you won't see a weird version of me.
Fair enough. As Kenny Omega says, we're going to see a whole lot more of him come the new year. I can't wait to see where we first see the cleaner, the best battle machine. Of course, we will first see him this weekend, January 4th, celebrating the career of Hiroshi Tanahashi. Of course, January 4th, Wrestle Kingdom 20 will be Hiroshi Tanahashi's final match in his illustrious career. And stay tuned, folks. Of course, we will be covering that here at the Super Reliable Studios. Also, tomorrow, programming note, me and our Canadian friend, Ash, we will be doing a special cross project exclusively on the Submen's brand and Bag for Wrestling as City Predicting and Ash's Chats bring to you a special City Predicting exhibition, this first City Predicting of the new year with Wrestle Kingdom 20. Now I'll be live with me and Ash and a gaggle of friends that we will invite that are New Japan faithful, strong, knowledgeable, and excited like us. So stay tuned as we preview Wrestle Kingdom 20 tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time live. There is actually an exhibition form right now on my social media. If you want to follow me on Foster1916 on the X, where you can get your predictions in for the first magnum opus opening professional wrestling event of the new calendar year. Oh, man, I cannot wait for that. I'm just having so much fun. I love AEW.
We are spoiled this year by professional wrestling. And then next year, it's already starting.
I was saying, we're not even done with the year yet. Bit of trouble in Timeless Paradise with Mina Shirakawa, it feels like. Literally, Timeless Tony Storm, Mina Shirakawa, and Orange Cassidy become a freaking soap opera almost, I feel like, in AEW. And I don't know how I feel about that. Oh, my gosh. But I'll say again, who said that AEW doesn't have characters and stories? This is where the best wrestle. This is where the wrestlers work. This is professional wrestling, damn it. It doesn't get more wild, more dynamic, more unpredictable, more explosive than this on a Wednesday night weekly. As we return back to AEW Dynamite. What's that, Walter?
Those are just haters trying to hate. They say that because they have the other companies. They're too loyal to them as if they're paying the bills with it.
Brand loyalty, tribalism, and having your nuts shucked by Paul Levesque is a shallow way to live. And speaking of a shallow way to live, I can only imagine what Mercedes Moné's existence will be if she loses the TBS championship. Again, folks, Mercedes Moné won the TBS championship, of course, against Willow Nightingale. 2 years ago at
a happy son of a bitch if she loses this title to Willow.
Well, again, this year has really been a year of redemption for anyone but Moné. Moné has made it to the top, and it's hard to stay at the top. As we see Moné's world crashing down, losing the Ring of Honor Women's World Television Championship to Red Velvet, losing the Undisputed Repro Undisputed British Women's Heavyweight Championship to Alex Windsor, losing out on the AEW Women's World Championship twice. Her only 2 pinfall defeats in singles action this year prior to that against Timeless Toy Storm and Chris Statlander. If the CEO loses the TBS gold, you might as well call her bankrupt because the parts of the sum do not meet the sum of the parts. That TBS championship is priceless to Mercedes Moné, and she literally might lose it tonight on Dynamite.
Let's be honest. That's the most the hottest commodity she has out of all the titles. That's what means the most to her, no matter what she said.
Again, as the all-time defense record for the TBS champion, Mercedes Moné chasing continued glory at 585 days as we look towards the most wanted in the wrestling business and arguably many people's wrestler of the year, the Ring of Honor Men's World Champion, Bandito. And to your point, Walter, we talked about before, we've already seen the Beast Mortos, Mascara Dorada, Hechicero, Konosuke Takeshita, Blake Christian, Sammy Guevara, and of course, Commander, all challenged Bandito this year for that Ring of Honor World Championship, a record of 7-4. And again, MJF's world will begin as Bandito goes out of the Triple B first at Maximum Carnage. 2 weeks away, folks, and we will be covering it here. Stay tuned for more on that.
Starting the year off spoiled.
And of course, again, January offering so much exciting delight through AEW Dynamite, kicking things off here tonight with New Year's Smash, the final Dynamite of 2025. And I'll say it again, 2025 has got to be the best year AEW has ever had.
January has the first Dynamite's already going to have. Look what they're setting up. You got Wrestle Kingdom. You got UFC's debut in Paramount. January is going to be stacked. People really do need to subscribe.
And of course, the Beast Mortos for the first time ever in AEW, a Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champion, by the way, alongside Sammy Guevara and Los Fashions, Eagle Monopoly, of course, Bandito, and formerly known as Black Peruse. They go all the way back to 2021 to their first singles encounter. And of course, there's bad blood still with Bandito and Los Fashions Monopolies after what happened December 4th at Ring of Honor at the hands of Hechicero and that temporary alliance.
Today might be a bad day in the Mortos household if Mercedes loses the title and he loses this match because we know they're together.
I'm just glad we finally saw Roderick Strong deliver a backbreaker to Maria Shafir. That was awesome.
He's probably kissing her ass in the back now. I'm so sorry.
Walter! Be professional. Bell rings are underway.
I don't mean literally. I mean, he's probably begging for an apology. Like, I didn't mean to hit you that hard.
Maria Shafir is a tough enough bitch. She probably said, do it harder next time. Remember what she's taught people to do. Do better. And we'll see who does better right now in this Greco-Roman knuckle lock
Oh
here.
my
Touch the
god.
spade. Up and
Oh,
around. Of
I'm
course,
getting an
Lucha Libre.
ROH rematch. This is fucking awesome.
This is AEW with the best wrestling where we get the most excitement on a weekly basis. And of course, AEW will start a January residency in Arlington, Texas. Of course, beginning Saturday. Tickets on sale for AEW Collision. And of course, next Wednesday, we're in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And we already know we got a lights out match. And Bandito right now with, well, that's not red, but is he trying to lure the Beast Mortos?
You know, these two deep down have to respect each other with the way they wrestle with each other. They have
no doubt.
chemistry. The chemistry is crazy.
It is crazy. And Bandito right now is ushering in the Beast Mortos. Ole! And ole! And Bandito, muy bueno. The Beast Mortos. They had enough of that. Oh, the headbutt to the heart. Well, you mess with the bull, you get the horns. Beast Mortos has his own set of horns. Beast Mortos is very angry right now. Again, I don't speak Beast Mortos.
Damn, he's stopping on his cape.
Whoa, tornado on the outside. And he wiped out Bandito with that.
Dude, he's a sick, big dude to be doing these kind of lucha libre style matches on the side.
I'm about to say, a 5'10", 198 pounds, 20 years involved in the game. The stallion of the business, as he once known as. Beast Mortal squaring up Bandito in the opposite corner. Again, to come this Thursday, Bandito and Jay Lethal will team up against the Swirl on Ring of Honor, as Blake Christian has made it well known he wants the Ring of Honor Men's World Champion one-on-one. Arm drag exchange here by Bandito Beast Mortal. So
have you ever faced Rhino like an ROH or anything? Because I feel like Beast Mortals versus Rhino would be a crazy-ass match.
No, and I don't think that match has ever happened. Sweep the leg now. Beast Mortos and Bandito both trying position. Sweep the leg, here lateral press. Neither man able to go for the cover, and a stalemate. Woo! First one of my contests of the night, might I add, for those that are actually keeping up with this insanity. And Beast Mortos botting the gun and the chamber of Bandito. Of course, Bandito again, who's been nonstop working hard since winning that Ring of Honor Men's World Championship at Dynasty against Chris Jericho. And Bandito adoring the cape. When did Bandito become Zorro? And Bandito up to the top rope, soars down with a crossbody. 1 minute out.
And he had the cowl on when he did it.
Bandito with the match in hand as this one-on-one contest continues in Wrestling Coin Picture on New Year's Smash. Fuck television.
Honestly, but today, I'm not going to say fuck streaming because the way they're spoiling me today.
Well, I still hate television. So, again, I never will support the top 1% corporate suits. Of course, AEW doesn't answer to Wall Street. They give to professional wrestling fans. That being said, though, business is business when it comes to a network, putting every dumb advertisement as possible. And the Beast Mortos rolling away to the outside, extinguishing the Latino heat Bandito was feeling, looking to feel a little froggy. And Bandito, hot in pursuit. Of course, we talk about, again, Bandito's phenomenal year. He has been Ring of Honor Men's World Champion now for 270 days around the world. Beast Mortos, though, with a dunk and a shoulder block.
Woo!
Bandito has defended the Ring of Honor Men's World Championship now unbelievably in the first ever Survival of the Fittest six-way and against Mascara Dorada, Hechicero, Adam Priest, Canosa de Kachka, and Dralistico during his illustrious run with 8 full defenses. What a palm strike by this beast.
ROH is riding a high. Like, if you think of Bandito as the men's champ and Athena as the women's, like, nobody can beat these two. They've been defending the title left and right. You can't say they're running from challenges. They're hiding. They're defending once every other month. These two are consistently defending their title, and no one can capture it from them.
That's a very fair point there, Walter. And speaking of course, champions, Mercedes Moné looks to still hold the TBS gold, then, now, and forever, as she looks to kick Willow Nightingale's ass, as she has now been champion for 585 days, and tonight will mark her 25th defense if she's successful.
That's crazy.
And Bandito right now feeling back in this fight, squaring up against the Beast Mortos here. Off the ropes. Oh, man, got a headbutt. And a cover. 2 with the leg. Kick out. Very late kick out for the champion. And Beast Mortos, as I said, first time ever since joining AEW Ring of Honor. He is now a Ring of Honor Tag Team Champion. Last title he held was the AAA Latin American Championship, as of course Black Taurus held that for 413 days back in 2021-22 after he goes up to the mask.
Children, dinner's ready, and leave me the hell alone because I'm watching AEW.
And welcome back here to AEW Dynamite New Year's Smash, the final Dynamite of 2025. And a neck hit by Beast Mortos, lateral press, cover, how he has the position, counts the dose. I say, you think about Bandito also taking this fight 2 weeks ahead of Maxwell Jacob Freeman. What does that say about Bandito?
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute, hook in the head, toss the ledge, cover 2! And again, MJF will defend his Triple B, the AEW Men's World Championship against Bandito at Maximum Carnage 2 weeks from the night, folks, on Dynamite. Up and around goes Bandito on the Beast Mortals, the takeover Tierras. And right now, Bandito filling in that extra reserve.
Yeah.
Big front kick takes the Beast down. Bandito right now in firm control of the Beast, bringing it back towards center. Now Bandito springing up to the top rope. Bandito, of course, former AEW Tag Team Champion alongside Brody King. Might be feeling Latino heat. Spread leg frog splash.
Ooh.
2. Oh, got the left shoulder up. Take a look at the replay here. Beautiful frog splash. Eddie Guerrero will be proud of that. Orale. Hooking the right arm. No body weight, though, on the left shoulder. Crowd chanting, this is awesome, and I agree. This is professional wrestling.
Damn it.
And right now, Bandito, runs into the elbow of the Beast Mortos, and the Beast, crucifix bomb! And right now, Irish Whip, Beast Mortos, sending Bandito up and down with the smaller drop! Drives him down hard cover. Lateral press. Oh, near our hook on the right shoulder got up.
Make sure you finally dice the mushrooms.
Mortos making the same mistake as Bandito did in the earlier cover, only hooking the near arm and no bodyweight distribution on the far arm.
All right, Nola, give me a second. I'm going to switch to the laptop. Be right back in.
Okay, bro. And right now, Bandito up in the shoulders. But right now, Bandito trying to hoist up the Beast Mortos for that next knee. Beast Mortos wants none of it. Sends Bandito off on the ropes. Up and around. Argentine backbreaker position. And now Bandito. The backbreaker over the knee. This gets Lariat wiping out the Ring of Honor champion. Cover. Near leg hook. And Bandito gets the short of it too again. Woo. Bravery, determination, and resilience on display here by the Ring of Honor World Champion, showing no signs of fear or fatigue ahead of facing Maxwell Jacob Freeman in 2 weeks for the AEW Men's World Championship. And right now, Beast Mortos looking at the distance area again. Wipes Bandito out again a second time, up and over. Shoots the half, does not go for the cover. Despite Bandito being down and out right now. The Beast Mortos, we all know, can also take flight going up to the top rope here. What the hell is he looking for? The Beast Mortos right now. Went for the corkscrew moonsault, but Bandito got out of the way. And the Beast caught with a boot. Now Bandito looking for something big himself here. Gut wrench. Bandito strong as hell. Up on the shoulder. Are you kidding me? Got Mortos up. Argentine better position. And Snee finds the mark. And the dealer going to show his hand. Looking for the 21. Blacks. 1, 2. Bandito rats high in the new year. The strength it took Bandito to hoist up the Beast Mortos in that deadlift rebound German, 21 plex to get the win tonight. Maxwell Jacob Freeman, you are in for one hell of a first-time encounter. Going in with so much more momentum right now after this great singles action. Again, the 21 plex, beautiful. And I love the way he transitioned off the bridge into the side press cover. Again, 2 weeks from the night, folks, Maxwell Jacob Freeman defends, first defense of the Triple B against the most wanted Bandito on Maximum Carnage. That was freaking awesome. And of course, Brody King, the tag partner of Bandito. And right now, Bandito riding high, and Ricochet looking to ride high tonight, defending the AEW National Championship against Jungle Jack Perry. Still to come here tonight on AEW Dynamite New Year's Smash. Oh, man, I love this freaking business and this company. And of course, Willow Nightingale will go after the TBS Go against the Save Labor. Coming up next, John Moxley goes one-on-one with Josh Alexander on AEW Dynamite New Year's Smash. An AEW Continental Championship Eliminator match as we go to full commercial break. Fuck television. Woo! That was fun. That was freaking awesome. All right. Well, again, I hope everyone's enjoying the coverage, reactions, watch-alongs. What's been your favorite moments from AEW this year in 2025? Your favorite signing, your favorite match, your favorite pay-per-view, your favorite wrestler that has engaged you. I'd love to hear your thoughts, of course, in the comments as well. As, of course, there have been so much wonderful things to take away from AEW in 2025, of course. And I just want to say thank you to everybody that's tuned in to all of our coverage for all the specials, pay-per-views, watch-alongs, reactions, and everything that we've been blessed to see this year for 2025. This is the Superman's approved collage of AEW this year on pay-per-view. I definitely got to say Thomas Toy Storm was definitely my leading figure on the microphone and women's champion. Chris Statlander, of course, rise to the occasion, now the Cosmic Killer. We, of course, talk about, again, him and Adam Page's 2-year journey from hell back to heaven. Of course, taking on Will Ospreay in the Owen Hart Foundation Tournament Finals at Double or Nothing. Arguably, either Double or Nothing or World's End might be my pay-per-view of the year for AEW. That's just, some hindsight. And, of course, I talked about Kyle Fletcher, breakout star, Megan Bain, breakout star, Fetclaw, breakout star, Triangle Madness, breakout faction. Of course, we have the first ever women's Blood and Guts. We have brand new AEW Women's Tag Team Champions, Harley Cameron winning her first accolade. As, of course, we also now have an AEW Women's Tag Team Division, and High and Maya World have now, of course, joined the company. You think about Jet Speed, the rise of Kevin Knight and Speedball Mike Bailey, and John Moxley being the ultimate villain to probably the ultimate vigilante AEW needed to wake this company up from a place of complacency, pushing the place harder, more violently. And, of course, Darby Allin, the heart and soul of AEW, will live and die for this company. It's been another one-of-a-kind year for AEW, and what I think has been the best year they've had since their inception. Walter, welcome back. By the way, we got a full commercial. What's your closing thoughts and remarks regarding AEW this year?
They hit a new benchmark, seriously. I can admit, I was getting tired of the Death Rider storyline, but other than that, man, with the ROH events and everything else they were doing, and having to deal with New Japan, AEW's been doing their thing. I really can't name a bad pay-per-view. Maybe one or two can slip through, but AEW's pay-per-views have been worth the money.
And of course, folks, we will continue covering them with the first pay-per-view of 2026, AEW Revolution from the Staples Center, March 18th. Stay tuned for more on that. And as we just talked about, because that lights out match is going to be fucking ridiculous, we will be covering next week's Dynamite for fun to set up our way to the year. And then we'll be back here for Maximum Carnage in 2 weeks when we know MJF will defend his Triple B against Bandito. As we go back inside to AEW Dynamite backstage with Brodito, Brody King and Bandito, who had a hell of a year, winning the AEW Tag Team Championships.
I just got backstage to Brodito.
All righty. Let's see what Bandito has to say ahead of facing MJF for the AEW Men's World Championship. MJF. I don't speak Espanol. Mexicano.
This 7 bitch and at Max Carnage, I'm going to be the first Mexican in AEW history to win the World Championship.
Oh, that would be actually a fact. Everyone's gunning for Bandito. There's no denying that. He's 100% correct.
Dude, you know what I would do if I was MJF or Bandito with that ring?
Yeah.
They should make a plate with an open space, and you put the rings like in the plate in the belt. That should look awesome.
Interesting. But in the meantime, Brody King, he's got work to do as he joins us for commentary here. Thank you again to Renee Paquette. And might say Renee Paquette has been such an incredible addition to AEW. Wait a minute.
She really has, man. Why is Lee Johnson out?
Looks like Big Shy Lee Johnson might be looking to call his shot before the ball drops. I guess Brody King was looking for a fight tonight, and Lee Johnson was looking to take his shot, but I think it's a shot he's going to regret because here comes violence! Violence! Let's go back to the Dapper Yapper, Justin Roberts.
This is when he knows he fucked up.
Damn, why don't you just freaking put that on his tombstone? Brody King, of course, one of the most valuable players of AEW this year. Quite a singles record, by the way. And as I said, former AEW World Tag Team and former AEW. Whoa! Johnson taking flight, immediately taking the first shot tonight.
What time is it? 8:58. This match is going to be over by 9:05.
Why don't you go ahead and start a stopwatch on that? Oh, not good stop. And shout out to Sandy. Thank you so much. And we will see what happens come next year, Sandy, as Kenny Omega looks to finish unfinished business and prove to himself that he can hold the AEW World Championship one more time. As if I don't have enough reasons to watch AEW every Wednesday night.
What was he, the third or the fourth?
Yeah, I believe that he was the third AEW Men's World Champion. You would be correct. Of course, beating John Moxley at Winners coming with the help of Don Callis and holding that title previously as the Lawrence Ray Champion for MJF eclipsed him, including beating him one-on-one in Canada during his first run. And fresh kick by Lee Johnson, clocking Brody King on the jaw. Watch out a lariat!
Kenny belt collected way before Mercedes did.
Yeah, and he had belts that matter, including the TNA World Heavyweight Championship, Impact World Championship, and AAA Championship. That being said, Brody King might be looking to go bowling one last time before we end 2025 and hits a strike in the corner. Good God. The man that side's coming at you, now up on the shoulder. Gonzo Bomb! Cover 2. That's it.
It's 9 o'clock. Damn, I was wrong.
You were wrong.
I gave it. It was 2 minutes.
Hit Brody King making short work of Lee Johnson here, looking to call his shot. Next time, don't do something stupid, kid.
That was less than a 3-minute warning.
Did you say 3 minutes? Again, you know that Brody King's going to be in support of his partner at Maximum Carnage when Bandito challenges for the title. And let's go ahead and look back at one of the most brutal, violent, bloody contests. Of course, AEW, the definition of blood and violence this year, as Darby Allin survived Gabe Kidd. He damn sure went to hell.
Definition of violence, man. Just remember what Swerve and Hangman went through this year.
I'm not numb to the pain. I'm talking more about it than anybody. But I'm also more about what it gives me. Confidence is the way of my life. Gives him peace. That's right. Survive the mountain. He wants to stay on top of AEW. Beat every single one of them. Except Pac. That's right. He needs to set himself free. And need to finish what he started. Whoa. Some very poignant words by Darby Allin, Walter, when we talk about what's next for the Death Friars. Darby Allin looks to be free from that past vendetta, and there's only one obstacle left in the bastard pocket as he looks to get back on top of AEW.
We'll see.
Very humble, poignant words by the heart and soul of a young man who literally eats, sleeps, lives, breathes, and feels free because of what AEW has given him.
Well, hey, this is going to be interesting. So if he survives 20 minutes with Moxley, he gets a Continental title shot?
That is correct. Or if he pins him, Josh Alexander representing the Don Callis family, of course, the walking weapon, former longest reigning TNA World Champion. There you see Don Callis, of course, as the Don Callis family still look to personalize the vendetta that Jon Moxley, of course, has given towards Don Callis. And of course, we saw the will, the spirit, the obsession, the desire, the dedication that Jon Moxley had in the Continental Classic to win the Continental Championship and upset Okada in the first ever one-on-one encounter, as Okada is no longer the Continental Champion for the first time in his illustrious career.
Mm-hmm. What are his chances? You think Alexander can do this?
Well, considering Jon Moxley, we know is not 100% and still is prone on that left leg and ankle, there's a very real chance Josh Alexander could surprise us.
Moxley has tapped three times in the match. No, twice in the match. The third time was a visual. And what is Alexander's move?
An ankle lock.
So let's not say it's out of the realm of possibilities here.
And of course, like I said, call Jon Moxley what you want. I call him the hardest working man in all Elite Wrestling history. 4-time over AEW Men's World Champion and the 2025 Continental Classic and new AEW Continental Champion with a Dynamite singles record of 75, 10, and 2. It's Jon Moxley against the world. If you're not for this world, then he says, fuck you.
And no briefcase with this title.
Let's hear Renee Paquette. Yeah, again, very poignant points have been Death Riders versus the Don Callis family, it feels like. And you know Don Callis is hell-bent on getting that title back into his clutches one way or another, especially since now the AEW Unified Championship is officially retired. The third man now to hold the Continental Championship, Eddie Kingston, Kazuchika Okada, and now you add Jon Moxley to the mix. Jon Moxley, who's held every singles title practically here in AEW of major prestige. And Jon Moxley even slipped up right there on the barricade, feeling the pain from his bout with Kazuchika Okada on Saturday. Okada, by the way, folks, is still the AEW International Champion. Paul Turner, of course, the official for this contest, drawing the war. Oh! And Josh Alexander immediately on the attack. And again, I can't blame him.
You can't show somebody the caliber of weakness.
I'm about to say, we're talking about Josh Alexander, trained by Scott D'Amore, a precision, modern-day Kurt Angle, a technical marvel of destruction. Knife chop. About to say, let's not forget, Jon Moxley not only suffered an ankle or leg injury in the Continental Classic, he suffered a chipped tooth, and he smiled during it the whole night with it.
What has Moxley suffered from?
And you see right now, Josh Alexander trying to literally rip apart Jon Moxley's jaw here, clubbing crossface against the Death Rider up against the rope. Josh Alexander, who already tried to call his shot earlier for the AEW Men's World Championship and lost Swerve Strickland last year on Collision. For somebody that was so proficient as Mr. TNA, he has been the farthest fame from Mr. AEW so far since being part of the Don Callis family.
Right?
Big elbow strike right now. Jon Moxley teeing off against Josh Alexander. This is a first time ever one-on-one encounter, might I add. Ooh.
I don't like how he's being treated since he signed here, but you know, each his own. Take care of your family. He signed for the money.
I'm about to say, this is what happens when you sell your soul out to the freaking walking virus of the business. As I said before, Josh Alexander is facing Jon Moxley for the first time ever one-on-one. Now, John going up and down with the jabs and the right hands. Again, folks, telling you this is Continental rules, by the way. Keep in mind, there are no seconds allowed at ringside, or they are fired. Those rules are still enforced by the Continental Championship, Walter. And now look at the ankle pick. You see Jon Moxley right now by being a world of trouble, and you see the torque that Josh Alexander has right now on that left ankle.
I mean, this is good for Moxley because the last few matches have no Death Riders have been involved or anything. He has to do it on his own.
And I think that's the reason why people have come to respect Jon Moxley 1 year later for what he put AEW through, because Jon Moxley proved what AEW was capable of doing. He brought it to be better. Sure, it took a lot of violence, a lot of heinous actions, but at the end of the day, Claudio Castagnoli said it best. We're not destroyers, we're builders. We don't know when the work's going to end. It might be 1 year, 10 years, 2 years, 15 years, but as long as AEW is the elite of the elite, and we are the elite of professional wrestling, the work continues. We will give our goddamn best 100%. Quote unquote, John Moxley. John Moxley right now teeing off against Alexander in the corner.
We can't blame the man. In the end, all he wants is to
Oh!
make his company that he represents better, and that's what happened.
And we talked about before, John Moxley has been the heart, soul, the light, and the dark, the indifferent of AEW since its existence. And of course, we have Grand Slam coming down under in Australia next month, and we'll be covering here, of course, the Level Studios. Stay tuned for more on that, folks. And of course, the Canadian residency in April, we'll be covering AEW Dynasty, as it will be coming to us from Vancouver, Canada, British Columbia. And right now, John Moxley raking the skull of Josh Alexander against the ropes. Of course, all available events, AWTX.com, set up and over. John Moxley landing awkwardly on that leg, immediately grasping at Walter.
Yeah, he fell. He didn't hit the apron like before he hit. He went totally from the top rope to the floor, which is about an 8-foot drop.
And again, you see Josh Alexander smelling blood on the rudder, looking to exploit that ankle.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I can't blame Josh Alexander here. Oh! And dropping and face first on the apron, but making sure that left leg directly hit that steel beam on the apron.
You can't blame him for doing his job. I mean, if Moxley's ankle was that bad, should have pulled out of the match. You didn't, then it's fair game.
And again, like you said, if Alexander survives the 20-minute time limit, again, he doesn't have to beat John Moxley. He just has to break him, cripple him, and make sure John Moxley doesn't beat him. And he will get a shot at the AEW Continental Championship. Now, John Moxley hung up in the proverbial trio low by Josh Alexander. And again,
any of the matches in
hyperextending.
Continental Classic were indication. A lot of them lasted until almost the last moment.
And you see Josh Alexander creating some distance with the running crossbody. And Moxley again could do nothing about it as the legs are trapped across the top turnbuckle. Is Josh Alexander 1 win away from challenging for the Continental title? Less than 20 minutes away. Stay tuned. Red Sweat Quiet Picture in Picture. Fuck television.
Look at the position. The same hurt ankle is underneath the turnbuckle.
And that ankle has been bothering him pretty much the entire duration of the Continental Classic.
Mm-hmm.
You see Josh Alexander, again, slow and poised. He is not trying to go in too fast on the attack because he knows John Moxley. We know John Moxley and what he did against Kazuchika Okada and Kyle Fletcher Saturday night is still very dangerous when you think he's vulnerable.
And the name of the game is survival. Why would he rush into anything if all he's got to do is literally survive 20 minutes?
And of course, to the kind of night, Ricochet goes one-on-one with Joe Japre for the AEW National Championship. And Mercedes Moné defends the TBS Championship against Willow Nightingale here at AEW Dynamite New Year's Smash before he bid 2025 at due. And to bring it up to speed, we know that Kenny Omega's unfinished business is to prove to himself he could be AEW World Championship once again. As Master Jacob Freeman has brought back the Triple B and has a hit list of deadly, dangerous, violent targets, including not limited to Samoa Joe, Swerve Strickland, and Heyman Adam Page. But he has Bandito first and foremost at Maximum Carnage 2 weeks from the night.
Yep. And you mentioned that TBS title. I think there's going to be the main event, too.
And, well, for all the crap we give Mercedes Moné, we will say it verbatim. Cringe character, incredible in-ring work professional wrestler. She has brought this women's division to a whole new light to the main event scene in and out of Dynamite.
She's really
particularly defending that TBS title.
She's brought attention to it, like.
Well, you think about AEW when it was pitching to holding women for 5-10 minute segments one time a night, and versus giving the main event openers, 15 to 20 minutes, championship matches, more respect, more presentation, more recognition. And we've seen literally this AEW division evolve into the greatest we've ever seen it. Truth be told, blood and guts.
Literally, there was an ongoing joke that right at 9:30 it was the women's match, remember?
Yeah, exactly, I remember. Josh Alexander right now trapping John Moxley's legs, modified ankle hold applied, forcing John Moxley to break the attempted figure 4 leg lock. Josh Alexander right now filling out his left leg after being tied up. Of course, the figure four is your own worst enemy, your own patella is against you. Again, folks, be part of the conversation. Hashtag AEW Dynamite. Of course, on the X. And thank you all for tuning in. Please don't subscribe, comment, and tell a friend. We are live here on Dynamite, Omaha, Nebraska, Liberty First Credit Union Arena, covering AEW, where the best wrestle. And the Continental Classic certainly proved that, where wrestlers worked all the way to the damn time limit, to your point, Walter.
Mm-hmm.
And again, Josh Alexander grabbing that left leg of Jon Moxley, but you see that face of defiance and determination in the Death Rider.
And you think Okada and Takeshita are already on that plane to Japan, right? We're not going to see them tonight?
I would think so. Ready to pull up, ready to choke. Dropping him down, trying to grapevine him. Josh Alexander able to escape, though, immediately right back on that ankle, looking for the ankle lock. Man, Josh Alexander showing great technique and counterintuitive nature here.
If anyone knows how to reverse or get out of submission moves, it's Josh Alexander.
Especially when it comes to your leg. And Jon Moxley on the verge of tapping. Will he tap as he grabs the rope? Alexander holding the leg for the entire near 5 count.
Jon Moxley's 6'2" frame helped him reach the ropes right there.
I'm about to say, again, everyone's banned from ringside during continental matches of any sorts, folks, or they are fired. That is the integrity of this championship when it comes to proving your value, to hold it and challenge for it. As Jon Moxley has won it off Kazuchika Okada, as Kazuchika Okada's run has officially ended.
Is he 6'2" or 6'3"? I don't want to put the wrong stats out there. I think he's 6'2".
What, Jon Moxley?
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold that thought. It's Josh Alexander around. I mean, what a trouble. Jon Moxley looking for the power on the apron. But again, Josh Alexander, great awareness, attacking that prone leg as Jon Moxley is 6'2". And Josh Alexander hoisting up Jon Moxley. Both these men are position on the apron. And no, Moxley, back body drop attempt. Josh able to escape, though. Clubbing shot to the back. Moxley trying to use the ropes to his advantage, though, to hoist Alexander up and unable to. Both these men in a firefight on the apron, on the verge of disaster and victory. Oh, but palm striking. But you know how dangerous it is to be on the apron, Walter. Especially with a bad leg.
Oh, my God. You took the words out of my mouth. I was going to say, especially with a bad ankle.
Again, determination, though. Both these men, Walter, are trying to be back inside. They don't give a damn. These elbows right now being exchanged here.
Me and you had a JJ moment. We thought exactly alike.
Well, it is AEW. Sometimes you and I even can be on the same page. Josh Alexander, though, with the kick to the knee, hoisting up Jon Moxley. Uh-oh. Oh, man!
I know, y'all. I know I'm wearing a TNA hoodie. It was cold, okay? I know it's TNA, and I'm watching AEW.
Hey, Walter, lead by example. We respect all brands, but AEW makes us the most happiest.
Exactly.
Oh, God, power slam on the apron, though. That was not happy for Jon Moxley.
I know. I just know somebody's going to do it in the comments. He's wearing a TNA shirt.
Well, God forbid we represent the good of wrestling by looking at all companies. Moonsault by Josh Alexander hits nothing but canvas, but there's no denying AEW has brought the most delight, at least to me as a professional wrestling fan this year, and this Dynamite has definitely been a big-ass reset.
Hey, when I'm in my office, one of the belts I have is the NJPW Intercontinental title, so you can't say I don't rep every company.
Damn right. And I have belts from my NXT. And the big gold, of course. Original big gold. And Josh Alexander, Jon Moxley, both men slow to stir, trying to reach the 10 count here.
Dude, you compared him to Kurt Angle, and Alexander does. He
has
a beautiful moonsault, just like Kurt Angle.
I'm about to say, he has all the tools, and I wouldn't say he sucks yet in respect. And right now, Jon Moxley, again, asking Josh Alexander to bring in a Jon Moxley refusing the waiver as he was looking for that Depth Rider or that paradigm shift, double unhook DDT. Again, both these men bat to the elbows. Remember, Josh Alexander wears a headpiece due to a surgery that almost cost him his ear. Of course, that could rock his equilibrium, though. He's got cauliflowers. And again, pinpoint precision strike kick to that knee of that vulnerable leg, Walter. Ace crusher denied. Push up the ropes. Rolling leg. Caught him on the inside. Found it there out of nowhere. Counter hooked the near leg and a 2 count. Great using the ropes for momentum by Jon Moxley here. Once again, looking for that rear naked bulldog choke. Josh Alexander, though, backdrop suplex. Creating separation. And John Moxley again, first time ever one-on-one. Holy hell, that was Saito. Dropped him on his head. John went to his feet, though, running it with a drop kick. Pushed John Moxley in the corner. Whoa. This is a fight. Watch out, watch out, a lariat.
Anytime Alexander's involved, it's a fight.
About to say, was that John Moxley's last reserve?
I don't know, man. That ankle is messed up.
About to say, you talk about that ankle. How about all that forward force with that lariat off that leg, taking John Alexander down?
Listen, Noah, listen to the crowd. When in 2025 did you think the crowd would start chanting Moxley, Moxley? Was that in your cards?
As far as being a Death Rider, no. But it goes to show the Death Riders are not here to ruin AEW. They're here to make it better. Tope Suicida wiping out Josh Alexander. As John Moxley leads by example, the work it requires to do that. And Josh Alexander is busted open. Take a look at the replay here, Walter.
Tope, he did a tope, but he landed on his knee. Watch the replay, Noah. Look.
Yeah, but he also caught Josh Alexander with his elbow.
Yeah. I thought it might have been a headbutt.
Again, John Moxley right now getting a feeling on the outside. Quick push up and a little bit of a spring in his step. Josh Alexander slurping the outside. Remember, all Josh needs to do is outlast the clock. And right now, Josh Alexander is probably trying to do that. Oh, no.
Yeah.
And a turnbuckle. And the rain post wrapped around John Moxley's leg as Josh Alexander swings the damaged ankle. And now a figure for a leg lock applied wrapped around that steel post.
Courtesy of another great Canadian, Bret Hart. Love doing that.
And again, you can't win like that, but you could certainly damage your opponent.
Hey, man, all you got to do is let go, slap it back on, let go. As long as you let it go before the 5, ref can't do nothing, right?
About to say, again, as long as you break before the 5 count, but you see John Moxley was even unable to put vertical pressure on that ankle. And right now, Josh Alexander, once again, going up to the top rope, looking for something big here out of the corner. John Moxley at prone state, reading his last rites. Dropping the knee across that damaged ankle and leg directly. Might have shattered it. Catastrophic move by Josh Alexander there, Walter. Uh-oh. And that's his shin, by the way, that Josh Alexander is applying all that pressure to in the dead middle of the ring. But John Moxley got him in the head. Rear naked choke applied.
Josh
Alexander, great fight.
You're right, rear naked. And he's bleeding. That makes it worse, Noah. Because every time your heart beats, that blood is coming out of your forehead.
Desperately trying to escape that hold, hammering anvil elbows. You heard Justin Roberts on the call, by the way, talking about how much time has elapsed. And John Moxley has now removed that headset from Josh Alexander. And Josh Alexander might be going out here. This is the way he finished off Kyle O'Reilly. This is the way he finished off Kyle Fletcher at one point. Josh Alexander tapped out.
He tapped. Smart.
John Moxley prevails once again. Another incredible showcase of defiance by this Death Rider.
Dude was
Darling
in a war.
pain and adversity on one leg against the welcome women Josh Alexander. And might I add, their first ever encounter.
Dude was definitely in a fight, in a war. You notice that Moxley hasn't been the one bleeding. He's been making his opponents bleed.
Oh, shit.
Oh, my God. Give me this.
Shelton Benjamin, an MVP, eyeing John Moxley and the Continental Champion.
We hurt people, but who thrives on pain, Noah?
And let's not forget, Shelton Benjamin last year almost made it to the semifinals of the Continental Classic.
Oh, my God. That'll be a pure wrestling. Oh, my God. Give me that.
Well, I think business just picked up a whole new direction for the Hurt Syndicate.
We hurt people.
And Shelton Benjamin, an all-collegiate athlete with his own technical background. And you know John Moxley for sure will not back down.
That is the match I didn't even know I want, but God damn it, I need it now.
The first time hits and the one-on-ones to come just keep on coming as John Moxley wheels his way up and over the barricade with the help of a chair, and makes his way out of the arena tonight, defending the rights to challenge for the Continental Championship.
And that would be Shelton's first singles championship because he's only been a trios tag.
That's correct.
Damn, he's eyeing the hell out of that thing, too.
And we go backstage to the Sisters of Sin, who are victorious at World's End with Thekla and the Triangle of Madness.
I'm scared, Noah. I'm scared.
I like this.
I know you do, you sick fuck.
Thekla, who
And I
loves
mean
what
that in
Chris
the most
Statler did.
respectful way.
But it says probably former friends. Ain't that yours?
I got Mamacita. I think Noah's have Devil Citas.
It's only at the top, so just let us take your place. And we'll make it real toxic. Well, it looks like Thekla and the Sisters of Sin, the Triangle of Madness, have their eyes set on Chris Statlander, invading her home planet and taking down the Cosmic Killer. What will that lead to sooner or later? We'll find out as we go to a full commercial break in the near future. Fuck television. This time has been fucking awesome.
The irony that you're a good church, God-fearing man, but you like the women with a little evil in them.
Well, who says that we all don't have a little bit of evil within, you know? That being said, Sandy with a thought here. That's strike one for the family. Time for Josh Alexander to reevaluate himself. Time for him to lead the family. As I type this, I'm down for Moxley and Shelton Benjamin. You heard Walter right now. Very excited for that.
Bro, I still can't believe he's going at this pace.
Again, John Moxley. At the end of the day, it's about proving we are the hardest workers. We will work day in, day out, give 100 goddamn percent, because that's what this professional wrestling business deserves.
Shelton is a hard worker, bro. We've seen him since his debut. That man works. If Moxley wants somebody who works, then that's the right challenger, and I can't wait. That's going to be a crazy one-on-one skill. You know, Moxley really doesn't have an advantage. Shelton can match him with the power, match him with speed. He can go with submissions. And then Shelton's another one. Do you really want to go in with Shelton with a hurt ankle, dude? Shelton can snap an ankle real quick. Yes, he's known for T-bone suplexes and the other moves, but he established the ankle lock before. He does figure fours. He knows how to submit.
Yeah, I'm about to say, and of course, Chris Statlander, as we talked about, was victorious over Jamie Hayter, spinning in her face, hitting her with her own Haterade, surviving her Haterade, and dropping her on her head with that avalanche Mizuno driver while she survived that, but took her out with Saturday Night Fever, as Thekla has made her intentions known that she may want to go after the AEW Women's World Championship gold. And Thekla and Chris Statlander have never faced each other. In fact, that is the last woman, as of right now, that Chris Statlander has never dealt with in her illustrious AEW career on this roster.
It may not be over with Hayter because we don't have all our questions answered because we still don't know, can she survive a Hayter raid? Can she survive it? Like, she didn't hit it at all.
Technically, she did short range. It wasn't like she had a hook for it. When Chris Statlander was going in for that discus lariat, she decked her with a running one. So to your point, was that the full effect of the Hayter? Not to mention that one big bump we talked about. When Hayter landed on her elbow, did that hurt the Hayterade's impact? Bottom line, we don't know if the Haterade can drop Stat for the 3. We know it can drop her, but as Statlander said, she will not stay down. She will keep going. Because that's where it's at, damn it. She's the more effective, dominant, fighting, preserved, personal champion I respect, in my opinion, more than any other women's champion right now in this business. Not name Athena Saya Kamatani. As we go back inside the AEW Dynamite card.
Hey, out of the kitchen, boy.
Time for Jungle Jet Prairie taking on Ricochet for the AEW National Championship.
You know better.
And Tarzan Boy plays out.
Damn dog sees I'm distracted by the TV and tries to sneak in the kitchen knowing he's banned from there.
About to say, he'll take any shortcut he can. And again, Luchasaurus, who was heavily bandaged up into that assault by the Demand. Jungle Jet Prairie and Luchasaurus did get the better of the Demand and the Don Callis family. And with Jet Speed's assistance, where Jet Prairie earned the right to challenge Ricochet tonight, pinning the AEW National Champion.
It's another thing we didn't see in our bingo card in 2025. We talked about Moxley. We didn't see Jungle Boy coming back to this music and anything.
I mean, personally, I'm very happy about it. Goes to show in time, things can heal things can get better if you try. Why one company has evolved, the other one's been complacent. And I dare someone to tell me something different. That being said, this isn't about apples versus oranges. This is AEW Dynamite New Year's Smash, and we're kicking things off with a bang before we head into 2026, where even more greatness is sure to come. As Jack Perry looks to win the the AEW National Championship. Again, you see Luchasaurus is heavily taped, bandaged up, though.
You there?
I don't know how effective he's going to be to block the demand getting involved here on behalf of Ricochet. And let's be honest here, Walter. Since the gates have had aligned with Ricochet, they have paid all dividends for our new inaugural AEW National Champion. Show some love for this Philadelphia Eagles fan. Fuck that. 18-10 singles record for Ricochet. That sign is accurate. Bald. And of course, we know that Ricochet won the brand new AEW National Championship in the Casino Gauntlet match at Full Gear. So far, 2 successful defenses, back-to-back nights, might I add, on Ring of Honor and AEW Collision against Dalton Castle and Ace Austin. Let's keep in mind, Walter, this title is defended on all turfs of AEW. CMLL, ROH, AEW, and even New Japan for that matter. As Ricochet was once called the King of the Indies, Ricochet might call himself the King of AEW. And of course, you see the referee for this contest, Rick Knox. This is the first of 2 championship matches, by the way, folks, on New Year's Smash. 20-minute time limit. It looks like Ricochet's not even thinking about Jack Perry.
It is the main event.
That's right, as it should be, damn it.
And I hope we get a new champion. Hell yeah, it should be.
And of course, you can go to White Castle and enjoy the food here with the AEW Bacon Brawl Combo.
We're doing ads now, Noah?
Well, I mean, I like White Castle. I like bacon. I like a brawl. I like AEW. It seems poetic.
You guys have White Castle in Ohio?
Yeah, of course we do. You don't have it out there in California? You poor unfortunate souls.
I don't know. No, White Castle was an East Coast thing. It was in New York, so I didn't know.
No, that's fair. I mean, that's fair. But, you know, restaurants aside, Ricochet going on the ropes right now. Again, you see Bishop Contoliona are in Ricochet's corner tonight. That does not play in favor of Jack Perry, even with a dinosaur, with that dinosaur heavily bandaged up.
That's a huge. These are 2 big, huge Samoans.
Kazuchika Okada, of course, who have not been heard from since losing its Continental Championship to Jon Moxley and the Continental Classic. Of course, like you said, Walter, might be in reset mode as he prepares for the Tokyo Dome this coming Sunday morning, taking on Hiroshi Tanahashi in his final match, which started back at Wrestle Kingdom 6, ends at Wrestle Kingdom 20, 14 years later.
Yeah, I think.
Oh, wait a minute. Watch me. Oh.
I think they're on a plane already. That's why they're not here tonight.
Luchasaurus squaring up Toliona here. You see Ricochet was probably looking for an advantage. Still outnumbered on the outside, though. Ricochet with the shoulder block. Jack Perry with the kip up, though. Jack Perry is such a young, dynamic athlete. Former TNT champion, of course. And drop down Jack Perry, though. Jack Perry, who also fought during the Continental Classic, practically on one ankle, by the way, nearly was able to punch his ticket cover to Ricochet reversal cover, both match opposition, nearly punched his ticket to the semifinals, almost outlasting Kyle Fletcher.
And he was a replacement. You got to wonder if he was there from the beginning, could he have won the first 3 points?
We got to say, you can't hair pull a bald man, Jack Perry. That's what we're going to miss. But you can't pull his beard. But I say, you pull whatever hair you can, right? Drop him down face first. Drop kick. And as we heard earlier, Walter, Darby Allin is looking for freedom for the first time since this Death Rider vendetta. Only one Death Rider remains. That's the Bastard Pac. Tope Suicida by Jack Perry to Ricochet as we see so many people in AEW looking at a reset. It's a beautiful thing to see, honestly.
Hey, it's the end of the year. Everybody's got to be a reset. It's a new year, new beginning, new rivalries. Just hopefully no more new titles, please.
Well, I'm about to say, that's the one flaw I will say about AEW. Oh, that was a flaw by Jack Perry taking his eyes off Ricochet as Luchasaurus was driven into the ring post by Total Leona. AEW National Champion from control with a tope to Jack Perry against the barricade.
Next thing you know, with Tony and Orange Cassidy, they're going to create the mixed tag titles.
You know what's funny? They actually would have a mixed tag division here, but we don't need more titles.
Yeah.
I do demand more mixed tag team action. We'll see if Jeff Perry can command respect and earn the national championship with this commercial break with WrestleCon picture in picture. Fuck
Well,
television.
hey, the trio tag titles, the trio tag titles are not gender specific, so you can have Orange Cassidy, Tony Storm, and Mino be the triple. The I cannot talk right now.
Yeah, you really
The
can't.
trios
Breakfast chop.
champions.
The trios champion, mixed tag team champion, this champion, that champion. Again, AEW currently has 10, count them, 10 championships. We don't need any more. If I were to say anything about AEW, they should eliminate 3 of them. I don't think you need an international. I don't think you need a trios title. And at this point, I don't know if you need a national title.
Nah.
That's just my fair outlook. But I will say this about all the champions in AEW. At least they wrestle and defend their gold.
I'll give them this. The reason there's so many is the depth of the roster. When you have
That's
that
true as
many,
well.
you have to create opportunities for people because not everybody can be your world heavyweight champion, and you will be secluding a lot of people if you don't have enough titles. The roster is so deep and with great talent that so many people deserve to be a champion that you kind of have to create that many championships. Not making an excuse for AEW or anything, but it's true. They have a lot of depth.
I'm about to say, I heard you depth rather clear. And you do make up a good point. But again, you look at what Darby Allin talked about, getting to the top of AEW, freedom, getting past Pac. You look at Sean Benjamin now eyeing John Moxley. Might I add, I don't think those men have faced each other yet in AEW either. And the Continental Championship. And John Moxley is literally right now wrestling on one fucking leg. He could barely get over the barricade without that damn chair, Walter. We just freaking saw that. We saw MJF bring back his Triple B, and he's already got a hit list of people coming after him, including Kenny by God Omega.
And he's not making any excuses either.
And Chris Statlander right now waits for the world as Fickler looks to make AEW toxic.
Mm-hmm.
The entire night of this Dynamite has given a whole new direction and dynamic for most of the AEW championships at this point. And there's still one championship left.
Yep. Dude, I feel so awkward not being in my
Cover
office right now.
2. But you got me. It's more comfortable, isn't it?
Yeah.
And again, folks, we will be covering AEW throughout the entire year. And thank you, by the way, for tuning in to all our Continental Classic coverage. If you enjoyed that, we will more than be happy to do that again for the Continental Classic. And hell, Malter, with these tournaments and how dynamic they are, maybe we should do it for the Owen Hart Foundation tournaments.
Maybe.
We'll play it by ear. I mean, if I cover more AEW, I'm for it at this point because this has been the most fun I've had all year. AEW.
I'm down with the
Elbows.
tournaments covering them like that.
Yeah, I mean, you know, as we go back to AEW New Year's Smash, you got the Owen Hart Foundation tournament, you got the Continental Classic, and I'm sure there'll be one other tournament because Dynasty usually has a tournament. Will be for the tag, will be for the women or the world, who knows? And of course, Jeff Perry not out of this fight yet for the AEW National Championship. Yeah, I'm about to say, Sandy echoing our sentiments. To me, national title should go. Continental should only be defended in the tournament itself. Just my opinion on what Noah said. And I respect that opinion, Sandy. Of course, the Continental Championship is right now becoming a workhorse championship where the strongest wrestle for it and earn it, as there are no seconds allowed at ringside. Honestly, that championship might be more prestigious than the World Championship's been previously. Waistlock, German Subas by Jeff Perry to Ricochet. Of course, MJF holding it right now might give me a whole different direction and meaning to that. And Jeff Perry right now, yelling like Tarzan here, looking for his own war cry back to success. Swinging a miss, and Jeff Perry off the ropes, jumping into the DDT. Ricochet denying it here. Couldn't do it here, though, as Ricochet countered with the German suplex. Follow through. Brainbuster! That was impressive. And the Northern Lights denied, and now going for the right shooters up press, back press, far leg hook, and a 2 count on Jeff Perry. Again, Ricochet, dumbass attitude, immature activity on social media, but a hell of an athlete. Able to counter and do all that. There's a reason why this man was once called the king of the Indies, folks. Yeah, great challenge so far. And again, Ricochet, 3 defenses so far of his national championship, and he hasn't even had it for a little bit over a month and a couple weeks. Looking for the
Mm-hmm.
vertical. O'Connor rope. Jack Perry sits in the cover, too. Ricochet able to kick him off, though. Using those powerful legs. Now up on the shoulders again. Jack Perry able to escape. Standing waistline exchange. Jack Perry on the rope. Watch out! Watch out with a rebound. Lariat. Hit the comeback. The cover. Deep and 2 counts. Deep hook
Ooh.
up there. That was a great pinning combination there by Jack Perry. Might add also another first time ever one-on-one encounter as Jack Perry looks to sacrifice Ricochet's championship run here tonight, and Ricochet awareness rolling to the outside. Ricochet saw that knee strike coming in.
Ray, stop. You're not a
Oh.
15-pound chihuahua. You're a 90-pound Doberman.
And
Get outta
stun
here.
gun off the top rope. Ricochet back inside. Ricochet sitting up and over. Brings it out to the floor. Now Jack Perry. The baseball slide. Ricochet hooking him though. Casadora. Oh, bulldog by Jack Perry.
Dude, the way Ricochet landed, he could have popped the knee so easily.
Yeah, but I was saying Ricochet paid him more than that bullet, but you saw Jack Perry grabbing his tailbone. And sends Ricochet back inside. Time for his hands to be a pinfall submission inside the ring. You see Rick Knox checking on Ricochet. Bishop Khan trying to get involved. Gets caught with a fresh kick.
Ricochet should be booked for New Japan, for Wrestle Kingdom, and defending that title in New Japan.
Oh!
Can't he defend it in any publication?
True, but I'm just going to say this right now. New Japan right now is looking at their own place for a reset. This isn't Wrestle Dynasty. This is AEW Dynamite for the AEW roster, and New Japan this Sunday is going to be strictly for New Japan Pro Wrestling. Exception Konosuke Takeshita, based on his unified vision. And we'll talk more about that, folks. Me and Ash will and Sleepy Dicky tomorrow night. For us to get a 20! Jack Perry crowning Ricochet with a DDT cover, deep spot, look at the legs at 2.5.
Ran that big ass dome head.
Again, I gotta give Ricochet credit. He's kicked out twice of those blunt moves on his head, to your point. As again, Ricochet grabbing Rick Knox, Bishop Khan grabbing the ankle of Jack Perry, stopping the sacrifice knee strike. Oh, that spirit gun! Out of nowhere! 1, 2, 3.
Well, that distraction, that's why.
Yeah, Ricochet popped up with the spirit gun that time. Well, we were literally on the verge of a sacrifice the end of the year for Ricochet's run as national champion if Jack Perry would have hit that knee strike. But again, the demand pays dividends. Uh-oh. And look at Tola Yona, who took Luchasaurus to the back and neutralized him.
Yo,
I don't know what Tola Yona did with Luchasaurus, but he is in no condition to defend himself right now.
This dude is a meteor. That's the only thing that took out the dinosaur. You might as well start calling this man the meteor.
As he's literally using that guardrail to crush Luchasaurus' arm. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, that spirit gun again to Jack Perry in the back of the head. Didn't even see that shot coming. And right now, literally, the demand is destroying Luchasaurus' left arm.
Somebody gonna need some time off.
Again, the demand, they don't get respect, they will command it.
You don't need this man to celebrate the new year with a new injury. He just came back to from crazy traumatic brain, whatever it was. That thank goodness he was able to come back. But geez, they're trying to put him back on the show.
Again, Ricochet gotta be careful here. Wiping out
Well,
security.
that's a fine.
These men on the verge of getting fines and suspensions. I don't care how much you want to demand. You're not Tony Khan, who owns this place. You can do whatever the fuck you want.
Dude,
and again, dropping that guard on Luchasaurus.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally on that guardrail on Luchasaurus' arm. And again, Jack Perry couldn't do nothing about it.
There's not a lot of people that can match Luchasaurus' power and size, but he does very well.
All I'm going to say is this. The one-armed dinosaur can still go on a rampage.
Hey, tell me about it. Remember the video game Rampage for 64? I know.
Of course. And again, stay tuned, folks. We level up, of course, with Super Level Gaming very soon against the Bubba Studios. And we'll see now who has something to say as John Moxley has something to say backstage. John and Benjamin. And the people who are people. My guys. Easy to find. And you're right where it started. At the top. This year, next year, and that year. We are setting the standard accurate. Masters of the craft. I don't speak Modola.
I don't know what she said in Russian, but it scared me.
I blame you. Well, you're talking about Darby Allin's resolution, saying you got to go for him. Doesn't matter if you're Darby or Shelton. 2026. It's Death Riders against the world. Very accurate as Shafir holds the Continental Classic champion, and the Death Riders welcome the world to take him on. Bold statement by John Moxley and crew, who will continue to show who the hardest workers are too. But coming up next, New Year's Smash main event. TBS Channel Live, Mercedes Moné defends the gold against Willow Nightingale. When we return, as we go backstage, you see Harley Cameron hyping up Willow Nightingale here. Still, of course, the Bears of Rap, AEW Women's Tag Team Champions.
Please, please give me this Christmas gift for Universe, please. I know it's a week later, but please, I need this gift.
584 days, Walter. And the moment is finally here. Looking to end you with a bang. And Harley Cameron looking to back it up. Well, Willow Nightingale end the new year. The face of TBS, smiling always with double gold for the first time ever. Our main event up next on New Year's Smash after this commercial break. Fuck television.
This dog is a war machine. He's about to knock over the ring light. Like, you're not a 10-pound chihuahua. Stop it.
Well, of course, we know that these TV championship matches have a 30-minute time limit, of course, as Mercedes Moné, as I said, is chasing history, not only surpassing that bitch in work ethic, but also the longest reigning TBS champion in AEW history, as Willow Nightingale, again, was literally Mercedes Moné's very first undoing before she came to AEW. Remember, Walter, the record stands these two at 1-1. The first match was all the way back in Resurgence with the crown of the inaugural NWA Strong Women's Championship. Due to injury, Willow Nightingale won. Maybe people thought it was an asterisk at that night. Mercedes Moné, who came back from injury, becoming all elite at Big Business in Boston, challenging, of course, Willow Nightingale at Double or Nothing 2023, and won the TBS championship. And Willow has never got a sniff of that title since that night. Now, near 600 days later, Willow Nightingale, we've already seen with Denver Alex Windsor and Red Velvet, Willow Nightingale might become two-time smiling face of TBS.
I was there in Boston.
Figuring the domino fall is going to continue for Mercedes Moné. Believes she's losing to Willow to end 2025. By the way, we'll be 2 hours from Pro Wrestling Noah's Noah the New Year if you guys intend to call it. I mean, again, I would love to, but I got to look at budget and also how it's on and also see if I'm needed for other
we got the New Year's celebration.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So, yeah, we're tied up. But that's okay. It's still been a fun freaking year as always, and a fun night as always. Of course, I'll always take wrestling over talking wrestling and wrestling shenanigans, because calling wrestling is my heart and soul, as good old JR, the voice of wrestling, of course, encourages me to love this business for what you hear and what you see in that fucking ring. And AEW has been the sonification of that tonight. And again, thank you all for tuning into our coverage of AEW Dynamite. Please like, subscribe, comment, tell a friend. We're doing this for all the biggest shows, special videos across all professional wrestling promotions, including not limited to AEW at the forefront, TNA, ROH, NXT, WWE, and other promotions, HOG, GCW, JCW, and other promotions, including New Japan Pro Wrestling. Again, if you haven't already, subscribe to the friends, the partners of the Simba Studios. Check out the Wrestling Collective on the X. There you see the hashtags. Check out Rangers of Wrestling. Of course, the Till and I will be doing our session at some point when she doesn't have family involved. It's all right, pal. I appreciate you always. Check out Jay Hubert, Sun 95, does really cool dumb things on the internet. Check out SR Studios Found 24 to keep up with all the action and coverage and content we do, of course, in and out of the super reliable studios. Follow the Jeff motherfucking Meacham Network when it relaunches in 2026. Again, stay tuned for me and Barry for Wrestling tomorrow for City Dead Team, but become part of Barry's Summit today at Batty for Wrestling, our Canadian friend. Again, if you want to follow me, I'm not very social, but I love professional wrestling, as you can tell. Find me at 590 Scene on the X and on YouTube. Of course, support the Renegade of Wrestling, JJ Williams, and of course, Walter Cruz. We go backstage with MJF.
I'm still not back. And now I'm back.
All right, well, let's see what MJF has to say about this escapade of challengers towards his championship run so far. Yeah.
I want to see
Renee.
Kenny Omega and him.
Supposed to be worried? Not worried about any of them. Do you know why? It's because he's a generational talent. Oh! Whereas she be current diamond ring holder. In January 4 match cards come with Triple B. Bandito's big belt. Gotta appreciate the confidence. I mean, it's fair, and yeah, he does have 6 of those rings, let's not forget. The only other man than MJF to hold the Dynamite Diamond Ring. And it's minute time on Dynamite! And we'll see if Willow Nightingale can remove the CEO from her TBS throne. Here we go! As we change our attention to our main event, you see Harley Cameron letting Willow Nightingale go at it solo, as it should be.
I'm literally begging, dude. Please let her win this title.
Are you gonna lose? Are you gonna freaking have a heart attack, dude? Are you gonna be here with me or not? What the fuck?
I'm not gonna. I'll have a heart attack if Willow actually wins it.
I expect you to hurt my ears in a scream of shrieking sheer positivity. As here comes the CEO.
I'm gonna have Alicia sit down because she likes Willow. Lee!
And there you see her Chippendale entourage holding her championship portfolio that is now down to 10 belts. And I think Mercedes Moné's ego has gotten the better of her, Walter. She got so big, it's collapsing on her. Of course, part of the AEW Women's World Tag Team Championship match this past Saturday at World's End, involved in the pinfall decision, pinned by Willow Nightingale, and demanding to face Willow, where she looks to kick her fucking ass.
Oh my God! Kick it all over from Nebraska to Timbuktu, or wherever they are right now.
Mercedes Moné is still the APAC, WPW, Body Slam, DW, PTW, Betsy, CMLL World Women's Champion, EWA Women's Champion, and of course, AEW Women TBS Champion. 585 days could end tonight, or she could surpass 25 defenses if she's successful tonight.
I don't like her. I don't like her stupid stripper dance, but I tell you, we having some out.
Yeah, let's go down to Justin Roberts for their inductions.
Omaha. Yeah, I'm like 3 seconds. I can kind of hear your feet, so I can hear where I'm at.
The TBS Championship. Big five, Phil! No. Introducing the challengers. Stop that! Willow Nightingale, bubbly unorthodox powerhouse, babe of power, 31 years of age, 10 years involved in the game, and of course, the record of 76-53, re-signed to be All Elite and former TBS champion for 35 days. And CMLL World Women's Champion. And meanwhile, Mercedes Moné, 33 years of age, 15 years involved in this game, has been the TBS champion. Dynamite singles record, by the way, Walter, 14-0. 14 single defenses of the TBS championship this year alone on Dynamite, undefeated.
Wow,
And you see Aubrey Edwards holding up the prestigious TBS championship, as of course, we've only had a handful of women hold this title. Julia Hart, Chris Statlander, Willow Nightingale, Jade Cargill, and of course the current champion, Mercedes Moné. Oh!
Why are you going to say Jade Cargill like that?
Because Jade Cargill was the first, but she might as well be an afterthought because Mercedes Moné eclipsed her run and work ethic. And the Irish Whip right now is Willow Nightingale driven into the barricade, taking out the LEDs. And again, with your competition as the SmackDown Women's World Champion is Meacham and BFAB, yeah, you're valuable,
constantly,
all right.
About 4 or 5 times.
You're valued. You're valued. You got great competition. Yeah. And again, right now, we talk about Mercedes Moné's rage and frustration driving Willow Nightingale around on the outside, taking out that barricade, and looking at the LEDs, and hits nothing but LED. Meanwhile, what?
Ow. Did
That's
she
a
just bounce her
pounce.
against ring post.
Period, Walter.
Sorry, barrier. I said post.
About to say, I mean, it's a hard steel post. We'll go with that.
Mm-hmm.
And Mercedes Moné brought back inside the ring. Now Willow going for the cover. Hook on the far leg. Aubrey gets a 2 count. Mercedes able to kick out.
This dog is really on one today. He never really bothers me like this. Back up.
There's a reason why I have a closed door office. Also, Scorpio
That's
Sky
what it
goes
is. I'm usually in
one-on-one.
the office. I'm in the living room now.
Scorpio Sky goes one-on-one with Shelton Benjamin this Saturday on Collision. And it's Schoolboy, wait a minute, cover, 2 by Moné. Dueling Chance by the Alliance, by the way. The Maki Straw Cradle by Moné. Cover gets a 2 count. Darbion also goes one-on-one with Yuta. And next week, Shelton Benjamin gets a crack at John Moxley for the AEW Continental Championship in an eliminator match. If he could outlast the 20 minutes backslide with a Nightingale, gets a 2 count.
Wait, they're doing it officially?
Well, Josh!
Yeah.
What a lamp! I went on the cover! Lyra Press and Mercedes Moné gets the shutter up at 2.
Too early, buddy. We still got at least 7 minutes.
And of course, we will stay with this match as long as it takes if we go into overtime, as this has a 30-minute time limit. Irish whip, swinging a miss off the lariat. Mercedes Moné looks for the Kaza Dora. Willow, though, is going to count it. Now hooking up Mercedes Moné. Look for the backdrop suplex. Mercedes Moné able to escape. Aubrey steps out of the way. And torso first goes Willow on the top turnbuckle.
Here she go.
We-
Aubrey, get her 5 count. Don't F the crowd. They pay your salary, buddy.
They're about to say, Mercedes Moné don't give a damn. She paid herself in, and you know that. Cartwheel by Willow. Able to stop the CEO. Rising knee strike, block. Oh, man, palm strike. You figure about how much time Willow Nightingale has spent in the ring with Mercedes Moné during her time as tag team champion. Up and over the drop kick, not to mention blood and guts in 8-woman tag team matches. If 2 women know each other better than this, I find 2 other women hard to argue the name right now, Walter.
Yeah, I see.
And Willow Nightingale looking for the cannonball in the corner. And there we go. Now we're perfect in sync.
Can I please be the can I be a cameraman in AEW?
1,
Please?
2 count only. And Mercedes Moné rolls to the outside. And again, Mercedes Moné on a 0-3 win streak right now as of late in AEW, but it's undefeated in singles action this year on AEW Dynamite. And the cannonball sets on off the apron, wiping Moné on the outside. Willow can feel the moment, can feel momentum. Can she become the TBS champion once again? Our main event of the last match, an AEW Dynamite New Year's Smash Night continues. Here at Client Pitcher and Pitcher. Don't go anywhere.
I love me some. I don't know. You need a double champ?
Oh wait, good.
Hey, I didn't go into.
Yeah, I'm
commercial.
about to say, if that didn't go in the commercial, I thought they would. Oh, God!
Oh no!
She slipped out the leg, and Willow fell face first directly on the steel steps. And Mercedes Moné going to follow with the meteor off against the steel.
Damn, the way she hit those steps is crazy.
And Mercedes Moné might have literally driven Willow Nightingale back in the last year, or the freaking year she took the town from her. This match continues now. It's a quiet pitcher, fuck television. Gotta check Willow after that. Jesus.
Dude, Willow's nose was. She could have busted her nose for real.
Yeah, about to say, that was a devastating fall there. Of course, Willow Nightingale's no stranger to shedding blood. Mercedes Moné was a pussy, of course. There's a cover, hook on the far leg. It's a 2 count. The chin lock applied.
Willow bleed in those crazy matches.
Well, I mean, you figure about her and Chris Statlander, Chicago Street Fight last year at AEW All Out. You figure about Chris Statlander and Willow Nightingale against the Sisters of Sin as they became known. Julia Hart and Sky Blue. Sky Blue, who was born hardcore out of the womb, by the way, and I love her for that. And, of course, Diamante and Mercedes Martinez. I said what I said. Anyway, right now, Mercedes Moné with a cravat on Willow Nightingale. Did I mention my favorite women's division right now on the freaking stateside? Oh!
Bro. Hot take. You know I love TNA, but AEW's doing better than the knockout division, man.
That's because they got more depth, and they also aren't becoming a WWE farm at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
But I am proud of Lei Ling Lee, but she needs some stiff competition that's not from NXT, and they need to push people like freaking Killer Kelly and Danny Luna. And right now, Mercedes Moné pushing Willow Nightingale up at the bottom of the rope with the Meteora. And they cover the back press, look at the far leg. Gets a 2 count on Willow.
Mm-hmm.
Shelton Benjamin and freaking Scorpio Sky this Saturday. All right, let's fucking go.
Well, Shelton better win that if he wants to even remotely have a chance against Moxley.
Well, I mean, Scorpio Sky, disciplined veteran of the business as well. Let's forget. Former also TNT champion, SCU, former AEW Tag Team champions. And right now, Mercedes trying to wear down Willow Nightingale here in the head
Dude,
scissors hold.
Scorpio Sky's been around the block.
About to say block is putting it politely. Willow, though, hoisting up Mercedes Moné with those powerful legs. The babe with the power. Electric chair position. Moné able to escape and rips Willow down by her big old afro of sorts. And right now, Mercedes Moné, another meteor off the ropes. And ground and pound even going for the cover. Again, how frustrated has Mercedes Moné been? Now the cover, press the shoulders down, gets the 2 count. How frustrated this last half of the year has Mercedes Moné been?
I don't know. Is she channeling Zelina Vega or something with the outfit she's wearing, by the way?
I don't know, but it looks like Mercedes Moné just lost a tooth.
Couldn't happen to a better person.
All right, Walter, let's not go there. And right now, Willow Nightingale fighting from
I'm
underneath.
just trolling. No way, you know.
I know you are, but I don't believe in trolling. I just believe in enjoying what I love in professional wrestling. AEW is my greatest joy right now, not named Stardom in New Japan. And right now, Mercedes Moné driving her boot into the throat of Willow. Ariella is calling for the break here. As we return here again, folks, this is our main event live tonight. Final Dynamite 2025 AEW Dynamite New Year's Smash. Willow Nightingale, Mercedes Moné, TBS Championship. These two are 1-1 against each other. As Willow Nightingale was Mercedes Moné's uprise here in AEW, when she won that title near 600 days ago.
I thought she was going to get her in a freaking muscle buster the way she was holding her.
Drive the champion down with a Defy driver.
Can she really continue to call herself Ultima Mercedes if she keeps losing these titles, Noah?
I would say you can't call yourself Ultimo anything anymore if you're not double digits. Remember, Ultimo Dragon held 10 championships. Mercedes Moné is down to 10 championships. If she loses the TBS title tonight, she's down to single digits. And a follow clothesline by Willow Nightingale here, the babe with the power, being encouraged by everybody by her positivity, far better than the New Day.
The last couple of months of the year, she's been an ultimate loser.
And now Willow backing it up in the corner with the side body attack. Clubbing lariat, snapmare, bringing Mercedes Moné towards center. Mercedes blocking the boot again, though. Rising knee strike connects. Again, and right now, looking for the spine buster. Mercedes Moné, great scouting, though. And right now, oh, gosh!
Pounce!
To the outs again, period. T-bone collision.
Damn, that's literally a side T-bone collision, man.
And right now,
belly driver?
Belly driver! Cover! 2!
Oh my God, that was close.
So close. That is a face of determination and disbelief. Again, folks, this Saturday, Collision, kickoff of the new year in AEW. Darby Allin goes one-on-one with Yuta. Scorpio Sky goes one-on-one with freaking Sean Benjamin. And El Clone finally debuts. Also, Timeless Clubhouse will take on the newly signed Hyen and Maya World this Saturday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Collision on TNT and HBO Max.
How can Clone debut if Hologram is still out? Isn't he a clone of Hologram?
He's not hologram, that's how. And of course, next week, Wednesday, John Moxley goes one with Sean Benjamin in an AEW Championship eliminator match. Power bomb! Oh, and the leg fell on the rope. And of course, you saw it be lights out, of course, with Hammond Applegate and Swerve Strickland taking on Powerhouse Hobbs and Hook. And of course, good old JR Jim Ross will be joining commentary as well. The voice of professional wrestling. And Willow Nightingale still defined and determined. Mercedes Moné is down and out in the ring. Might be looking for a massive move here. Make or break for the babe that smiles always. And a moonsault crash.
Dude, if she hit that, it would have been over for Mercedes.
And about to say, you take too many chances off the top, though. They are do or die for a reason. It's called high risk for a reason, Walter. Now Mercedes Moné up to the top rope. Getting the knees up by Willow off the attempted frog splash. Shout out to her idol, Eddie Guerrero.
Turnabout was fair play. She went to the high risk and lost it all.
And we're on overtime right now, folks. As Willow right now, first ever one-on-one encounter with Mercedes Moné since Double or Nothing in 2024. And right now on the apron with another Death-Eye driver.
On the hardest part of the ring.
Right on the edge where wood meets steel.
And that Adam Copeland.
Take a look at the replay here, Walter. It's any woman's game right now, but damn!
Bro, her tailbone really hit that apron hard.
Again, though, Willow's got to hoist that deadweight back inside the ring. Gives crucial time for Mercedes Moné to recover. Willow trying to bring back Mercedes inside, and once again, Mercedes taking advantage of her environment, driving Willow head first down the apron. Short range kick, though, by Willow Nightingale, and Willow now up on the apron. Scouting Moné. Oh, the cannonball crash to the floor!
Ah, she missed the cannonball.
And again, crashes hard on the outside. Kudos to Mercedes Moné, still being focused on the task at hand, trying to preserve her TBS championship. Suplex on the outside.
Uh-oh. Three
There's the
amigas
corner.
on the outside.
And we'll see how many she does. Remember, she did 14 in hopes of getting the 14th championship against Chris Statlander at Full Gear and failed. And Willow preventing the trio's amigas, driving Mercedes Moné, lower it back first into the apron, and breaking the ref's count before 10. Of course, we know the title collision tends to be a pinfall submission inside the ring. Smart move by Willow, resetting the count. Uh-oh. That's sweet. We don't normally see this out with a Nightingale, Walter.
What did you say, Noah?
We don't normally see Willow Nightingale rearranging the furniture. She clears off the announce desk.
Uh-oh.
I think Willow Nightingale's temper is getting the better of her here. I'm just saying. And again, right now, Willow Nightingale's got to be aware. Also, the 10 count Aubrey Everett. Oh, dear God. I sense disaster. And look at Mercedes Moné begging off. But Willow right now with the gut wrench. Oh, dear God, no. That needs to the midsection though, but Mercedes Moné to Willow. And, oh, wait a minute. And Mercedes Moné suplex on the announce table.
It didn't break either. Aubrey's being super lenient, by the way, Noah.
Well, she has to be considering how important this is. And she knows how bad both these women want to hurt each other. To your point, that announce table with no give on Willow Nightingale's back. Ooh.
That had no budge whatsoever.
That's a real impact, not a freaking cheap-ass gimmick. And you think about how much that took out Mercedes Moné, though, also.
Took a lot, a hell of a lot.
Up to a 5 count
we
right
might get
now.
our first double count out. The ref might actually know how to count to 10.
In the case of a draw, though, Mercedes Moné would retain.
Yeah, that's the downfall.
And
Come
again,
on,
right
Willow,
now,
get up,
Aubrey
Willow!
Everett's up to 9. And Willow breaks the count at 9.5.
9 3/4.
Again, right now, look at the desperation of the cover, though. Head trap. Now looking into trap with a Nightingale. The crucifix takeover. Possibly looking for the Moné maker or the Moné statement. Hammering out the elbows by Mercedes Moné.
Oh,
Desperation. Gotta be sitting on the champion.
She could have turned that into the Moné state. Oh, she got it!
Again, the edge grip across the bridge of the nose, but you see how close Willow is to the ropes, but all the damage done to the back. Willow with the reversal, though. Shoulders down. Mercedes Moné with the reversal, though. And Willow once again.
Oh, shit! She's going to
trying to get back up to her feet. Mercedes Moné still finding battle. Elbows to the side of the head and jaw. Mercedes Moné up the ropes. Willow scouting Mercedes Moné up and around. Look for that Mystica. Now hoisting her up. Gory bomb special. Looking for the Moné maker. And Willow, great awareness like Chris Statlander pushing Mercedes Moné into the turnbuckles.
Get her, Willow! Get her!
And right now, Willow, the big with the power. And Moné able to escape. Slips free, trying to hoist her up, and again, damage done to both women here.
Dude,
Willow with the backslide. Inside leg
smart
check
by
cover.
Mercedes.
2, and no, Willow survives.
Hey, I think all 4 of their shoulders were down at that pin. Now, Noah, what do you think?
That's how Willow and I got beat Mercedes Moné Saturday night, by the way. Flip of the leg, the jackknife, the cover, 2. Can Willow bridge out? No, she rolls over
Power
instead.
bomber! Power bomber! Let's go!
With the power bomb! 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, Willow!
Willow Nightingale did it! I don't fucking believe it! Willow Willow Nightingale is the double champion and is now a two-time
Merry Christmas! Happy New Year! Go ahead, Willow!
What a phenomenal moment and night and culmination of a hell of a year for Willow Nightingale. 2 times now, the smiling face of TBS.
Oh my God! The
You did
inaugural
it!
tag team champions and now we got double titles.
And to your point, Holly Cameron coming out to celebrate as the CEO just lost the most valuable cornerstone in her portfolio to the woman she beat for it.
Here comes the rest of the conglomeration.
That is absolutely incredible. And feel about this, besides Mercedes Moné, Willow is the first woman to hold 2 AEW Women's World Championships at the same time.
She couldn't hoist her up for that gory bond. She tried too many times.
We're all going to celebrate tonight ahead of the new year as Willow Nightingale has risen back to the face of TBS.
Holy shit!
Chris Statlander.
What is
Oh,
Statlander
man.
doing?
The very history that these 2 women have shared in AEW. Oh my God! You got to give the people what they want!
Statlander picked her up!
And embraced by the AEW Women's World Champion to her best friend, the new TBS champion, as Willow and Chris rule the AEW Women's Division. Willow Nightingale, your new TBS champion.
What a later half of the year for Willow. Holy shit. Willow's
What a
on
later half
fire.
of this entire women's division. What a later half. What a journey for Chris Statlander and Willow Nightingale. Through hell and back, both these women are at the top of AEW and together again.
All bullshit aside, no, you know, deep down inside, Mercedes wants to smile. You know she loves Willow.
And you know how much I love AEW. It is the best thing right now in the wrestling business. Where the best wrestle, where the wrestlers work, and where stories come to light the right way. As Willow and Chris celebrate the end of the year together, both as champions and the best of friends. That's AEW.
And where titles actually mean something and not just prompts.
And that
props
too.
To sell toys.
Got to give the people what they want. And the people want good, pure, true, professional wrestling joy, damn it. Thank you all for tuning in so much to our coverage of New Year's Smash. An absolute fire to light tonight with this episode of Dynamite. For Willow Nightingale, it's once again the fates of TBS and Chris Statlander and Willow have coincided the past.
Yo.
For Walter Cruz, I'm Noah Foster. We'll see you for the end of the year shenanigans special. We count down to the new year. Until next time, know AEW is where the best wrestle and make a positive impact in life. Have a good fucking night. Walter, Willow fucking did it. Thank you all so much. Happy New Year in
I
advance.
literally have a tear in my eye. Holy shit.
You and me both. You and me both. And before I conclude, moment, episode, reset. AEW restored themselves tonight. Cause that's professional wrestling. God bless it. Thank you all again so much for tuning in. We will see you next time at Tsunami Studios, whether tonight or the next coverage of AEW. God bless you all. We love you. Happy New Year. Cut the fucking feed.